people, I don't need to focus on the podcast. And then she's like, you're honestly a fucking idiot sometimes. And I'm like, oh, you're just not realizing. And she's like, no, I'm reminding myself.
Nice.
That's funny.
Nice.
So those are my friends.
Okay, what's up, everybody? We're in a Sasscast now. This is crazy. We haven't been in this one for like what, 4 months, 5 months? It's different.
Something like that.
It's crazy.
And I'm totally not playing Fortnite.
God damn it, Phil. You're the worst. I get called out on an episode for eating food, and Phil's just playing Fortnite half the time. It's like, bro.
It's you know what? You can blame Ben, okay? Ben's the one who started it.
Yeah, let's not blame me.
Okay, so to like break the fourth wall for viewers, I don't know if I've ever recorded an episode of Out of Our League or anything with Ben, and I didn't check my phone, and it said, "Please be excited. Just logged on to PlayStation."
True. It's true.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm just always logged in. I'm always ready in case, you know.
He does
Just
that
in
a lot.
case.
Excuse me, got dropped.
It kind of explains why Ben is always so quiet on a lot of these shows. It's because he's literally not paying attention to it. He's playing video games.
Quiet?
He's not invested in the content at all. He's not dedicated at all.
I like where the show is going.
Gage, is there any reason why as soon as you started recording, my mic started like flipping out almost?
That's
Like
entirely on
it's
your
just
end.
on when I'm not speaking.
I don't know why that would be happening.
That's on your end. Yeah, that's weird. Hey, Gage, who's here?
Hold on. Al, make sure in your Discord settings it's actually getting your Wave 3. Like, it sounds like it is, but I know a couple weeks ago it defaulted to my webcam audio for some reason. So I would mute my microphone, but it would still be picking up my audio from my webcam. So just check and see if that's the case. It shouldn't be.
Yeah, it reverted back to Wavelink. Now I switched to the mic
Yeah,
itself.
which is weird.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Just so we're clear, I stopped playing Fortnite just for you.
Thank you, Phil. What's up, everybody? My name is Gage. I'll be your host / producer today. Joining us is, the kind of the usual cast we have, except for
Hi, my name is Phil.
don't have Camille. I'm glad Camille's not here, but I do kind of wish he was here. He's probably watching soccer. Good for him.
No, it's not for another hour and a half.
Okay. So yeah, we have Phil. Down below we have Ben. Right up above we have Caesar.
It's like 5 a.m. here, so I'll do the quiet one.
Over there, the far right, we have Mac.
Hello.
And then above her, we have Al.
Hello.
Hi, Al.
Can you believe we made it to a year, guys? A year Simply Sassy. We did it, McKenna.
We did it.
We
Caesar
did
and
it.
I co-founded Simply Sassy a year ago
did it.
today. It's been a
Thank you.
great ride.
Remember when we did the last chance all by ourselves,
I
McKenna?
know.
I just want to say a huge thank you to our 350 subscribers.
Yeah.
Seriously.
It's
I make
amazing.
this content for
It's
you.
all me and McKenna.
It's all them. They do all the work. Thank you so much, guys.
To be fair, McKenna does do a lot of work.
There's a lot of work.
does.
No, yeah.
He does. Yeah.
Has anyone seen the Kyle Stevenson episode of Out of Our League yet? Because there's a fun edit in there that
haven't
everyone needs
finished
to
it.
go watch.
I haven't finished
So
it yet.
good.
I don't know if that's what you wanted, Phil, but
It's close enough. It's close enough. We probably could have talked about it in DMs just to solidify it a little bit more.
so
But
sorry.
it's still perfect. It's still perfect. I like the fact that it's like kind of overlapping until the logo hits, just because it's such a Simply Sassy thing to do. But yeah, it's great. Caesar, you look so serious. Stop shooting those kids in Fortnite.
Shut up. Why are you calling me out like that, Phil? It's not cool.
Phil's just mad that he can't play Fortnite now, so he's gonna make sure everybody else can.
That's right. Except for Ben, because no one knows what Ben's doing.
It's true.
I'm here, buddy. I'm here. I'm ready for a good time.
Are you here or are you clicking heads? Because like I don't
No,
know.
I don't do that, dude.
Probably
Yeah.
a little
I'm just
I
here on the
have
show.
some
I'm here to have a good
screenshots,
time with my friends, you know?
I have some screenshots of you playing games while
So,
we're
I
doing
think-
recordings.
I think everyone's watching right now, but there was something that we were going to do with this episode.
Yeah.
A couple different things, but one of the main ones is what were we going to do, Gage?
So this wasn't really planned on being today, but we had a reschedule of an awesome guest we're going to have on Out of Our League, hopefully next week, if that works out. My chair is getting kind of squeaky. I don't know if anybody can hear it.
Squeaky,
Hopefully not.
squeaky.
So we decided to do this today. I had the idea of doing an anniversary episode of the Sasscast to just kind of reflect over the past year or so, because it was last month sometime, I think it was like early June, when The Last Chance came out, which was our first official group debut as Simply Sassy. So I thought it'd be fun to have us all react to Kind of Funny's reaction to The Last Chance, and then just kind of, yeah, just talk about the past year, stuff we've made, people we've met, all that fun stuff. So let's anybody else want to say anything before we hop into the video?
Just to reiterate what Phil said, this around, obviously, thank you everyone for watching. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you, and it's been a crazy year. It's been awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly didn't think we'd get more than like 30 subscribers, most of them being friends and family. So the fact that we're up at 350.
Oh, dude, I don't want my family listening to this, dude.
You know what I mean. You know what I mean by friends and family. I don't mean like your mom. She already thinks you're famous. But I think it's just interesting to see like how things have developed, how things have changed, how we've added to what Simply Sassy does. And it's just been a really fun ride and very interesting to see and watch. And I thank everyone that's been involved and everyone that's been watching the content. And thank you.
Right.
I would like to say something,
go
if
for
that's okay. Okay, so I was a fan of Simply Sassy. So now that I get to work with all you guys, it's absolutely mind-blowing. So I want to thank all of you guys too, for the content and also just letting me work with you guys. It's been an absolute joy. So thank you all.
Yeah, I would say thank you guys too, because of you guys, I've been able to meet some really cool and fascinating people.
Yeah, like Xavier Woods.
And also just the opportunity to hang out with my friends more is just a blast. So yeah, thank you guys for
Absolutely.
welcoming me so late in the game. Well, not so late. It's been a fucking year, and I've been around for like a good portion of it. But yeah,
You've been around more than you haven't. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
To
but
be fair, like
I wasn't here at the start either.
Right.
Like which
yeah, thank you guys for being on the show. Like both you, Caesar, and McKenna, you guys have been on a lot of episodes, and like you, McKenna, have actually produced a couple of them when I wasn't able to. So you guys have hosted plenty and had great input with guests and stuff like that. So thank you guys for helping us make some awesome content. It's been a lot of fun.
Thank you.
And Al, I know you've been a little bit more quiet as of late. You haven't been on as much content, but I just want to say that content that you are on, you freaking kill it, my man. Those questions while you're just sitting there relaxing with all the cool stuff behind you and your white walls. Oh man, those questions are killer.
They're way too kind, Phil.
If you could make someone bleed with the words that you spit out, you would just splatter blood all over.
what? What is this about blood? Phil, do we need to talk? Do we, buddy? You good?
Yeah, I'm great. I'm really good, you guys.
Phil, what have we talked about when like you bring up blood to your friends? It's not okay.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
That seemed like something out of a Blue Box Studios like video.
God.
Yeah.
Who's watching you, Phil? Who's got that camera there going? Is it Kojima?
I was trying to give you guys a hint that I'm not okay. Okay. And I was trying to give you some words. I can't remember what they're called right now, but I can't say any more than that. Otherwise, someone's gonna kill me. All right, is everyone got the video up?
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
Make this bigger.
Did we ever say what we're doing right now?
Yeah, we did.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
We should probably also thank Gage before we move on.
No.
Yes.
The person that has one job actually does a huge amount. So
thank you,
Gage. And
One
that
person
probably wouldn't have happened. We talked about
he
doing a
carried the
podcast for a while,
torch.
but Gage is actually the one that I think obviously got it started. I don't think it would have started without you. So thanks.
I was gonna say some words about Gage, but then I made it weird with Al, so I didn't want to make it any weirder.
Well, it came from the heart, you know. It started out really touching and really nice. Yeah.
Until you mentioned blood, but yeah. We're good.
Yeah,
I don't know why you guys hate blood so much. It's what
I have
keeps us
nothing
alive,
against
you know?
blood. I have
Speaking
nothing
of blood,
nothing
I've
against
been
blood.
getting like massacred by mosquitoes, apparently, and I've been absolutely fine. No joke. Right when I started hitting record, this bite I have right here in my arm started to itch. Just right when we started recording, then it started to bother me. It's like, what the
That
fuck?
happens to me all the time.
Dude, I hate mosquitoes so much.
But yeah, to reiterate real quick before we get started, while Gage is making things bigger, which is what he's good at.
Oh,
There it is.
I just wanted to say, yeah, I mean, in the background, Gage is always there working on layouts, working on new intros, making sure that we can actually have layouts for the show and set up the show, producing the show, hosting shows, and always trying to come up with ideas that we're all like, cool, that sounds great, Gage.
Yeah, if it weren't for Gage, we wouldn't be doing this right now because
Yeah,
this was not
100%.
part of the plan. It was Gage who carried the torch and wanted us to do this. So thank you, Gage.
You're welcome, guys.
I was just told we were gonna play Fortnite, and you know, sort of disappointed.
That's what we do here, Caesar. We disappoint.
100%. I should redesign the Simply Sassy logo and then just put a subtitle underneath that just says, "We're ready to disappoint you."
I love it. We need to have a press conference one of these days so we can just be like, and trust me, I think you're really not gonna like it.
Perfect.
All right, am I ready to press play on this?
Yeah.
Is
Are we
everyone
going to
watching?
are we going to talk about afterwards, sort of the process of making it and that kind of thing as well?
can.
Or is it?
Yeah,
We can, yeah. That'd be great.
We can
The
go-
thing that started it all 1 year later.
Yeah.
Here we go.
All right.
It's rock and roll.
That worked. Do you have the video I sent earlier? Okay, there we go. So this group called Simply Sassy, Kind of Funny
us.
Best Friends, a group of Kind of Funny Best
I
Friends.
still remember
made this
the
video.
day this came out.
It's 6
like
minutes.
this.
We're gonna watch it. It's fantastic.
Remember
and
Robin
Nick,
texting the group and was like,
strap in,
guys, they
'cause
reacted
you're
to
about
it.
to
Here's the
get
link.
fucking roasted.
Oh god damn it!
I'm grabbing a
Why?
beer.
Why me? Why did they do it to me, Andy?
Nick, just for so everybody knows, I'm not okay with it.
Oh, are we gonna
We're in a crazy echo.
I'm not okay with it.
Kevin, it's echoing.
Sorry, I'm trying to fix it.
Fuck it. Maximize that audio.
I don't agree with any of this, Nick. I'm on your side.
Okay, thank you.
You know what's crazy?
I'll probably-
Everyone here been on the show.
I'll
Everyone
probably
on those
laugh.
squares has been on the show.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. We have out of our leagues with them.
It's muted.
I would have thought that a year ago.
Perfection.
I
Well,
know,
not
right?
everyone. Not Kevin.
Everyone on the I said everyone on the squares, dude.
Oh,
Everyone
okay,
on the
everyone in the
squares.
squares. Okay.
Been on the shows.
Extra shout out to Tim. Like, the show would not have existed if he wouldn't have given us a chance in the beginning. So,
I think I can see your butthole.
100%.
Can you see my butthole?
Kinda.
Can you see my back lips? Giving the kids what they want, man. Already amazing. This is already amazing.
Grandpa talking about the old Pinot. on the porch.
Large.
He said, for someone that
Large, we miss you.
We miss you,
really
Large.
shouldn't
He's not dead. Just so people know.
oh yeah,
he's not.
fine. Like, I saw
he's
him
very
like,
much alive.
I saw him
and
like 2
doing
days
well.
ago. He's fine.
Physically, he's fine.
He's wearing an Andy shirt.
We're talking about one of the
Dude's wearing an Andy shirt.
Mel!
Yeah.
players of all time.
Or apparently, as everybody on the internet calls him, Kamal.
If he's still able to be.
That's what he told me. He's like, I've never met a person that pronounced my name right.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
your hair's much better now, buddy.
How can you have a golden touch
So
without
that
the olden of next
that day when I recorded, I don't even think I showered that morning. I think that was the day like I brought my cat back from the vet. So it was like 7 a.m. Like, fucking, I'm gonna record, and so my hair was just like all messed up.
What can I do for you?
I'll never forget the email you sent your video in, Gage. Like, it just said, sorry, Nick. I was like, why is this in the email? Hi, Nick.
I did like 3 or 4 takes of it. There's a couple takes that I didn't send where I said some things that were really, really mean, and I had to stop and redo it because it was too real. Like, I went there with the old jokes and like the Alzheimer's jokes. Oof, it was
There are
bad.
perfectly rational reasons to not
Really good
want to work
voice.
out.
God, I
I'm
love
so happy I found this video. I'm so happy.
Falling.
really good.
Maybe you don't have friends around anymore. to
Yeah,
work out
this
with.
this was fantastic.
Hard
This is a great joke.
results. He's by far.
This whole editing job was just
He's 91.
so fucking
He's
good.
91.
This is Ben's editing. his section.
Oh, well.
You're all pieces of shit.
Good job, Ben.
He has to push himself.
Yeah, between Ben and Al, this thing is magical.
He's 91 years old.
Some of
That
my
would have been
favorite
nice
stuff is
filter that
coming up though.
Related decline in physical function is similar to what we observe from astronauts
it
when they
fits so
come
well.
down from extended space flight.
Like, do your muscles start essentially atrophying and wasting away? I mean, that's really what's happening.
I look at this guy's name, Nick Scarpino.
So good.
Such a good
He's a
clip.
lovely man. Nick Scarpino.
This is great.
Gosh, I mean, look, I like everyone probably thought, he wasn't, so great. Regardless of height, size, age, what an extraordinary, exciting potential opportunity. It is physically demanding playing that game.
I love the KFSN logo, by the way.
And then
Kind of Funny Sports Network.
I'm passionate
It's
enough
so
about
good.
that I'm going to live
That was
with it
Matt.
for 4 years.
Yeah. No, was it? I thought it was Robin.
You're a magician now. Like, when I sent that to you, I was pretty happy with it, but what you did with it was something fucking spectacular, dude. Gosh.
You guys all delivered amazing videos, honestly.
This is my favorite part right here.
Who's
First
that
time I
one?
ever did anything considered special effects, like just erasing shit around the fucking room.
Dude, it's so good.
I'm just worried about his arthritis. What does this guy want with the NBA? I say go back to retirement home.
Is that Josh?
If you were my grandfather,
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't want to leave in the house.
Josh
Longer
plays two
shot.
different
I'm
characters
just worried about him.
in this.
Well, I don't know if being on the court's the best idea.
That shot right there is my favorite.
So good, dude.
So good.
Try to
Robin!
even though he has no talent whatsoever. It's just
So good.
inspiring.
I will say you've got way too much hair for Nick though.
The work that was put into that shot of putting Nick onto Andy, from what
Oh
I've
my
heard.
god, so much work.
Oh yes,
That was a lot, dude.
that's all Ben
Hours
as well.
and days and hours for Ben. For like all 2 seconds of it. To the point where we were almost gonna do something else.
Fucking believe we have this guy on our show. Like, holy crap. Of all the
Dude,
people,
right?
sing out
The Diesel next year.
Yeah, next year we'll get Vin Diesel and Henry Winkler.
Why did you have to put him in there? Trigger.
And Mark Wahlberg.
Oh, that was the perfect
Andy
shot.
It's so good.
Oh my gosh.
Fucker, man. Oh, ow.
I tried to get taken out of the credits.
This is the
Al wasn't having it.
Payback special, man.
You had to be in there. Like,
You had to be in
if we're
the
all gonna
credits.
take,
Stop it.
if we're all gonna take shit
It's
for
your
that
baby.
But these are all the people that you roast on KFA.
And this save was all Phil. This save, because we didn't know what else to do with this. Like, it wasn't going anywhere,
Yeah.
but having it end abruptly in the middle and then come back as a tease, that's all you, Phil.
This was a fun idea.
Yeah, I still remember that conversation we had.
Box while on a mission. Nick.
Phil J. Woodward. That's the best impersonation I've ever heard.
Stop calling me.
High praise.
High praise.
This is definitely gonna get us thrown in jail.
Oh, so good.
That's so good.
Chance over. Oh, that was so much fun.
Now, here, you guys don't watch KFAF every week, so you think this is it's so funny. These are what these fucking degenerates do every week. Every week with the Photoshop challenges, it's nothing but Nick Diggs, and it used to be Kevin, and that was better.
I was laughing, so instead of Nick Diggs, it kind of sounded like he said Nick Dicks.
Yeah,
that's what I thought.
Now those jackals one day will turn on you, just how they have turned on me.
They will. They will.
One day they will.
I'll say this about us: we have yet to do that.
Had a part of
That
it
was always something that
led to inspiring
I was gonna say
people
it's
to
been a
make
year
things
and
that
we
are
have
this
not
funny.
turned on anybody else. It's still Nick Diggs.
It feels fitting though. That the only like Vig would be against Nick.
Over the years, seeing Vin Diesel, seeing Andy
Even
Serkis
when we had
legitimately
Johnny Ace
say
on the
your
show,
name,
it was still very,
he was
anti-Nick,
editing, but it
so.
was so funny.
Do you remember when Greg did that interview? And when I heard that for the first time, my heart dropped. I was like, "Oh no!"
I don't think they realize it's actually from that interview, do they?
Yeah, go for it, Nick, because I know what you're going to say.
Because all of us here know it's a joke, right?
They know
and
it's
they know
edited.
it's
I
a
don't know
joke
if-
so
if-
long.
Yeah, I'm not sure how.
Oh, and it
all of it was from the interview.
But I still think he's a
Yeah.
fucking alien from another
Wait, hold
planet.
on. Discord just crashed.
I just want to point out, see, it doesn't happen to just you, Gage.
This part here is the most relatable part
Give
of
us
the
back
whole
to this
video now.
why this is a problem, Nick.
Yeah. Are we back?
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize. Here's why this is a problem, because you guys all understand that this is a joke that we keep within our group and within our community, so people have context and understand it. Greg doesn't get that. He just thinks it's funny to tell a major Hollywood celebrity that someone he's never met hates him, which is like the dumbest thing you could possibly do in an interview. It's so unbelievably inappropriate. And then, like, he thinks it's hilarious because of course it's going to be. It terrifies me that like the stupid shit that comes out of my mouth that is clearly obviously a joke gets back to this person. But there's some sick
that reminds me. To be
part of
fair, we
Greg
have
that
turned on
knows,
Greg.
that hopes
Remember,
they
we turned
think
Xavier
that
Woods
this will
against him.
ruin me. And
So
I
we actually did turn on Greg.
You know, like there's always that part of Greg,
but
where
it's
I'm
not the
quite
same.
Sure if he's a psych.
Like Nick had a full production against him.
Yeah, that was just kind of a one-time thing rather than
It
you
was
know a year and a
So
half
I will
of
say,
we were rolling for
old
the whole
Nick
thing, but it doesn't
photoshops.
matter.
I don't know if you want to pause right now because they're just talking.
Maybe teach you to talk shit, you know what I mean? You might get shot.
And it's my brand, okay? Obviously, it is.
I will say I remember like wanting to start making content around like this time, and I was like, I should probably do something. What's everybody else in the community making? And then I saw that, and I was like, so that's the standard, huh? That's like the bar's pretty high. The bar's pretty high right now.
I forgot what I was gonna do. That reminds me though, my original idea for this thing that I just now remembered was to react to this video, but do it on the kind of funny podcast version of it, because they did it live and there's a live archive of the chat, so you're able to see people's chat reactions to it live as well. Which is,
that's cool.
Yeah, which some of the people that pop up in that have been on the shows as well since then, which is kind of cool.
People can talk shit, and a whole new generation.
Corey's
of
there too, right?
Go forth and be.
I mean, I wouldn't mind
think
watching
so,
again.
I can't stop.
Yeah, I mean, we could do it with
That
the
was a
chat.
great video. Who is that? Was that on Ben's YouTube channel?
Simply Sassy is the YouTube channel, which seems
like how you just assumed
It almost was. It
collaboration
actually was a
effort between
Ben
10
project
people making weird
until
and
Ben was like,
wonderful things with a touch
get
of
that logo
sass.
off of the beginning for some reason. It's like, I don't want to be associated with
I
this.
don't want to be part of this. You know?
I think it would have been way funnier if it was just
In order to
Please
be
Be
a
Excited
good
Presents. But
Here's
you're
what I'll
right.
say.
It's probably better.
Ben, do me a favor. Take that
Where
video
it says like where we put
and,
that Simply Sassy logo in the beginning, that was
delete it. And,
there used to there's a
and
cut
then
there. There's
never make that again.
there's a PBX logo version of it.
That was good.
God, I love it.
I think that would have been funnier just for like to dig into
chat says he
just
pretends
like
to be a
twist
gorilla
the
professionally,
knife
said Nick.
into
Yeah.
Nick.
But
I think that would have been better for that.
the thing is, you're scared of it, but you keep talking.
Or even if it was like
Oh my god.
Because it's so funny.
Simply Sassy presents a Please Be Excited production.
No,
or something like that.
No, listen, Andy. Shut up. Listen. These people are paid a lot of money to be actors, and they're gonna take a little bit from me every once in a while. I'm gonna take a little bit off the top every once in a while.
Okay.
You know, they get paid. He gets paid a lot to pretend like he's a fucking small chimpanzee running around all fortunate in his pants.
Look at it, 350 exactly.
I mean, that was the original idea, is that I had actually started it and I was like, you know what, this could be a fun thing, but I was like, this could be super fun just to do as a group, and it could be something a lot bigger than what it actually was. So shout out to everyone in Simply Sassy, everyone that's not here, everyone that is here, because man, everyone just sort of ran with it, and what it became was something so much bigger than what it was actually going to be. And it was just about having friends at a time that wasn't so great for everyone, obviously in the thick of the global pandemic right at the start. So it was awesome. We were all just hanging out, having a good time, and everyone did with it.
Look at this.
Yeah.
Kyle Stevenson, Tommy Earl Jenkins, MC Fixer, E3 coverage. Look at this Photoshop drawing by Hoodie. Not the hashtag not KFAF Photoshop challenge. Jose Ruckus. Jackson Erdman. Sorry. Jerdy. It's I was gonna say Jerdy, but like his name was on there, so I figured I'd read it. Corey Cudney, Prince Jackson, Noah Watts. Shout out Noah. Gino Viteri, Xavier Woods, Rahul Kohli, Alex O'Neill, Greg Miller. Gotta watch this
30
real
years
quick.
for night service. You
Gotta
know?
watch this real quick.
Your son's there.
What's official sneak peek?
The kid's name?
And nothing came from it. Yeah,
I still want to do something with it, but it's just it took so long. I still have an episode of
I
Game
love
Pass
this
I need to
stuff.
finish editing, but my god, it's
The music that you did for this game is fantastic.
So good.
Thank
It's
you.
so good.
I love all these shots that you got.
Okay.
Set up for my driver's test, and I'd be like, "I'm your instructor," and I'd turn around like, "Hey, Tim," you're like, "Oh my god, what?"
those photoshops you did, Ben, were perfect for it.
I have an assassin's blade. Stab your son in the throat.
Tim's face right there.
Shock right there. It's so good.
That's amazing.
Where do the demons go?
Where do the demons go?
So good.
Oh god.
Damn, the outro is great. It's
30 years from now.
So good.
Where do the demons go? Fuck. That's so
We're
good.
doing that. We're gonna watch Amberlin.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah.
We've also got the Simply Sassy Direct.
Oh yeah, we'll watch that. We'll watch that next. But yeah, the Falcon and Winter Soldier review, spoiler cast, which was a lot of fun. One of our last Sasscast was a lot of fun. Thank you, Kind of Funny.
That one
A
was
lot of Kind of Funny best friends in this, which is just fantastic. Super cool.
edit on that one took forever to do. There was
I remember I waited till like the last fucking minute. Oh, I didn't wait. I forgot. And
I mean,
it was like the last
did.
one. And
I had to reach out to some people and try to get them in, but putting it all together was shit. That was a tough one to do because I had to get everybody's videos in, and some of them I had to crop to fit the screen properly, but then having to mess with everybody's audio because some people came in super loud. I had a couple people that were so quiet that I had to add like 5 volume filters to up the volume multiple times just to get to a balanced level. It was that one took a long time, but I'm very happy with how it turned out.
Now imagine how hard professional like remote recording is for all these like animes and animated movies for like not having in studio work being done during COVID.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god.
To be fair,
that was definitely the hardest part for the last chance for me, to be honest. Just leveling all those audio segments.
Yeah, that's very, very tough to do.
And before we move on from the last chance, I'm sure we'll still talk about it, but I do want to say a huge shout out to Al for pretty much putting everything together.
Hell yeah.
I know it was a hell of a job for you, so that was...
It was amazing. It was my pleasure. I had so much fun. It's the thing I'm most proud of in my life. That is not even an exaggeration. I am not
so
messing
much
with it.
Now, Al, there's a super secret project that you have kind of had going for a long time. Do you have any idea of when we might see that? Not to put you on blast on the episode.
Hopefully, if not, it's fine. No pressure.
Hopefully, very soon. Hopefully,
nice.
Soon-ish. Yes, very soon.
Yay! Cool. That's just something that we've kind of had cooking for a while, and I've been excited to finally see it.
Oh, I can't wait.
Is it the ace up our sleeve that we've got?
Shut up, Ben.
You can definitely say that.
Talk so much shit about me spoiling the Johnny Ace episode by doing that, and you're gonna fucking do it, Ben?
Cameron Kennedy, also on Out of Our League, Asa Green River, the all women's episode, which was super fun. You had Nerfa, Amanda Art, Erica,
so much
Jesse, and McKenna, which was so much fun.
So good.
And then, of course, the Simply Sassy Direct, helmed by the great Robin GL.
Can we watch it?
Are you ready for this?
Yes, we'll do that one.
I love it so much. Robin GL.
I love that Robin beat Kind of Funny to the punch.
Oh my god, right?
Isn't that something?
Also,
in a cooler way too. If I'm being honest.
Absolutely.
Hi, my name is Robin GL.
I thought he was in the room with me. I freaked out. I was like, the fuck?
This is
The
the
next couple of minutes, I'm going to tell you all
the
the
league
intro
intro
music.
music. This is the song we
First,
used for
let's
that.
take a look back. And see
The
what
camera and that lighting are fantastic.
It's so
For the
good.
past 9 months, me and some of my best friends have been creating content right here on Simply
That's
Sassy.
us. We're his best friends.
We started with The Last Chance, a documentary making fun of Nick Scarpino. Then we started Sasscast, a podcast where we sometimes talk about video games.
Doesn't even try to hide
We
it.
got to interview a bunch
A
of cool people
documentary
around
making
Raleigh,
fun of Nick Scarpino.
collaborated with
That's
some
all it
amazing
is.
People from the kind of funny community and beyond. We
Such
answered
a
your
good- I
mail,
love this
looked at your photoshops, and hell, we even started a game show. 9 months
yeah, we
later,
did.
and we now have over 200 subscribers on YouTube, over 300 followers on Twitter.
Holy
and
shit, we
recently
only had
started-
200
It's gone up a
subscribers.
lot since then.
Yeah.
But as we approach the 1-year mark of us creating content together, we feel like it's time for change. Now, don't worry, the content that you know and don't watch isn't going anywhere. It's gonna stay right there.
Great joke.
Find something new. But instead of talking about it, I'm just gonna show you.
Oh my god.
It's a great animation.
Yes. Absolutely.
Jody killed it on that. Oh my
Absolutely
God.
phenomenal.
Yeah, it's happening. The team spread all over the world has been working around the clock on SassUp, working day and night to make sure SassUp.
I like he's got Carl and me there. That's great.
And we think you're really gonna like it.
He's got the location perfect.
SassUp will be fun,
Oh yeah.
smart, informative, but more importantly, SassUp will be efficient. It will get the job done without any ads. And
Well, that's why he was geolocating a while ago when he was like, "Where's this?"
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
That makes
SassUp
sense.
is for everyone.
I just figured there'd be like just one dot for me and Carl somewhere in New Zealand. That's not
next
quite.
advertised thing.
You nailed it.
That's
though.
enough for us.
The next average
We've
size
got a wide
thing.
variety of categories like the King is King, the Kinks, Photoshop Yelps, Pokemon Master Sex, and many, many more.
Pokemon Master
As this
Sex.
journey continues post-launch, we want to offer you the stability to upload your own content. And if you want more than what's available at SassUp, we're working on another project, Only Sass. But we'll tell you more
That's
about
such a good
Only
logo.
Sass and user-uploaded
love that one so
content
much.
at a later date. We hope you enjoyed this
that one.
presentation.
Is it Robin?
I can't wait to share more information.
I think
about
Robin
it.
did most of the
It's all
graphics
very,
for
very
it.
soon. We hope to see you all online when SassUp launches later this year. For now, that's all I had for you. But I'm sure we'll talk again very, very soon. Until then, keep it sassy.
Keep it sassy.
Robin hasn't
seen
seen a
this,
single piece
Robin?
of Simply Sassy content since. Just kidding.
I love this. I
That
love
was
this.
great.
bit
So
at the
good.
end, yeah.
So good.
So
Shout out to Robin.
So glad I found a use for my music. It was so cool. He's like, "Hey, like, what are the music you use, the songs you use for like the Sasscast intro and stuff like that?" And I'm like, "Dude, you already have the album. It's literally all on there." And he's like, "Oh shit, cool." And then yeah, that was nice. Just watching the video here and it's cool.
Thanks for listening to my music.
We've
Robin.
got mail with Pink Spider.
One of the
Jesse
great,
G.
one of the great shows.
Oh
We've
yeah.
got
Can we
mail
just
with Please Be Excited.
give a
We've
shout
got
out to
mail
We've
with
Got Mail?
Gettys.
It's
a good show.
one of the most fun things I've ever had on the channel. Like just hanging out with Robin and Camille and just shooting the shit. And your episode, Gage, is fucking amazing.
Thank you.
So
That
yeah,
was fun.
I just want to personally shout that show out.
Definitely.
Yeah, I'm sad they killed it. It's very
Yeah.
sad. But
Hey,
like all things,
when Tim Gettys
they
shows
die.
up to kill the show has to die.
Yep.
He just called us and he's like,
Come back
"Hey,
one day.
We've Got Mail's got to die."
Can
And
I
it's
tell
like,
you about
"Okay,
Tim for a second?
Go for it."
Clearly he has a lot of like love for the community. I didn't realize how much
Clearly.
love he had until like we did the Cool Greg episode. And Cool
Yeah.
Greg is in Tim's like movie studio thing, and he's on Tim's computer. And so Tim joins a call like as Tim Gettys, and he's like getting things set up for Cool Greg.
I want to point out he's
And-
hella smashed at this
He was,
point.
he was a little tipsy.
I wasn't gonna say that. He was a little
Little
tipsy, but he was just like, "All right, let me figure things out." And he's just like got this like distant look in his eyes where he's looking at the computer, but he's not looking at the computer, and he's just kind of like not here entirely. And then he's like, "Okay, you're ready." And he gets his headphones and he's like, "I love you guys."
Yeah.
And he just walks away.
It was so heartwarming, just the way he did it. It's like he
it was
stood
so
up to
sweet.
leave, and then he sat back down just to say, "Love you guys," and then he got up and left. I was like, "Oh, thank you."
I thought the funniest part was when he was like, "So, what color do you guys want the lights to be?"
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I remember that.
Unfortunately, none of that was recorded for.
That was
Yeah.
after such a long day because that was the third out of a league we recorded that day, and before that you guys did a Photoshop challenge, right? And then
that was a 10-hour day.
Yeah,
I
it was
recorded
real
7
long.
shows that day.
We did a Photoshop challenge. We did 2 out of our leagues because
No, it was 3. It was 3.
Oh, Greg, was it 3? Oh yeah.
3 total.
It was
'cause
Ryan Cole, Levy,
Joey
Joey, and
was,
Cool
right?
Greg.
Yeah.
Joey,
Crazy.
It
That was
sucks.
great.
We had
Some
to
great
cut
content.
Joey's episodes short, which sucked because Cool Greg had a time he could jump on. But yeah, that was a fun day.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Which is funny because they're in the same house. At the time, they were in the same house.
Yeah, yeah.
We should have done a joint card lab. That would have been hilarious.
So,
Great.
couple more things in here. The Simply Sassy Takeover Photoshop Challenge is pretty great. Oh yeah, that little bicep of Andy there, man. He's so ripped. The randomizer, the Nuzlocke stuff, really fun with Kumail.
Good little diversity.
Shout out to Rahul as well. He's on there sometimes as well.
Diverse content.
Hula Hoop, just to confirm, not Coley.
Shout out to both of them, yeah.
Shout out to both of them for sure. I just wanted to clarify, that we don't have Rahul Kohli out here playing Pokemon with
people
Kumail.
guessing, yeah.
Then we had Andy Cortez, and then the Andy Cortez Photoshop Challenge, which was crazy fun.
So fun.
Yeah.
So much fun.
I'm not going to butcher Mario's last name.
Yakwadillo. I know that now.
Yakwadillo? Okay,
I know that now.
Perfect. Then
Dude, that state of play, I didn't
play.
want to do that. I was like, you can kind of tell when the episode starts, like the first 10 minutes or so, I am like just pissed off. I'm fucking exhausted and I didn't want to do it. And Kumail kind of like, just because like, dude, come on, we're going to do it. Do it. You said you were going to do it. And I was like, fuck it. Fine, I'll do it. Halfway through, I'm having a blast, but oh my God. You can kind of tell in the beginning, they're like just like talking shit at some point, and I'm just over there just looking at the other monitor, getting stuff going. I'm just not even acknowledging them. I'm just so, that state of play sucked.
So we have Matt Batson, kind of funny best friend from the community.
I love the Matt
Maro.
Batson episode because that's when my power was out, and when my power came back, I was like, I'll probably jump into the Matt Batson episode. And I jump in. You guys were finishing the Photoshop challenge.
Oh.
It was like 4 minutes till the end of the Photoshop challenge.
Yeah, we
I was
actually
like, hey,
had
I'm here for
Matt
that
on
early.
the Photoshop challenge. It was a lot of fun. Real quick, please be excited plays. You should definitely check these out. They're a lot of fun. If you missed Ben's streams for them, yeah, RIP. And then we had Mario Rivera from Dual Shockers.
I love that.
Unemployed. I love that. It's my favorite.
That was his
and the
idea.
fact-
It's so good.
Yeah, this image is so
And the
good.
image was like, I want to send you this image for the thumbnail. I was like, I'm using that. That's perfect.
Because that was the week, right?
It was either the week or the following. It was very, very
It was like the week he left Dual Shockers.
Yeah.
Which was, which is a really weird
Then we got
coincidence.
the longest Last of Us Part 2 spoiler cast ever, the most in-depth spoiler cast you'll listen to.
Is that the one with myself, Lady Macbeth, and Nano?
And Nano, and was there someone else as well? I feel like.
Ben, didn't you tell me like everybody left and it was just you and Beth just
At the very
like,
end,
kept going?
Yeah,
That was a great. That was a great episode.
I wanted to be there for the whole thing because I was loving all the conversation we were having, but unfortunately I had to go.
That is something I'm super proud of, even considering that I had to do it all from my PS4 as well.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And it's such a great conversation. If you like The Last of Us,
Let's stop
definitely
for a
check it out.
moment and just respect the fact that Ben, please be excited, without showing his face, has been able to stream from his PlayStation 4, gain a following, have people in the community learn about who he is, create awesome photoshops that create a lot of engagement within the community, as well as get game developers sending him codes and doing crazy awesome things just from his disembodied voice. So cool that you've been able to
because you're
accomplish
beautiful
all that.
people. All you great people.
100%.
That's why.
On his phone, you missed that part out. On his phone.
On the when I was mentioning the photoshops, I meant to say on his phone, but I forgot. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Oh, thanks, Tim.
So yeah,
it's all thanks to you, beautiful
Kudos,
people.
kudos.
All you great
Ben,
people watching right
honestly.
now. Thanks,
yeah,
buddy.
all 2,733 people that follow Ben, you're amazing.
Come follow us, please.
Do you just constantly have
Sassy Bits.
Ben's fucking Twitter account open?
I think the last I checked the number, I think
To
it
be
was like
fair, that was a
25.
joke. Yeah, I don't know how. I know he's got over 2,500. That's all I know.
Hold on, what did you say? Let's
I
honestly, if
said
you're
like
right.
2,733.
Let's have a look. 2719. You're pretty damn
Oh,
close.
that's pretty close.
Wow.
That's impressive.
That's awesome.
I don't recommend watching any of these top 10 with Ben
They're so
videos.
good.
Oh,
so
they're
good.
great.
Man, that's something.
Is the shark one there? Or the shark movies? Or what was it? Was it shark movies or what was it?
This one was
worst horror
top 10 with Phil and Ben worst horror movie trailers.
I was there for that one.
That
we
was
got
something.
the infamous bird stream.
Didn't you get a copyright strike for the horror trailers on Twitch?
We did.
No, it was on YouTube. I don't know why we've even left it up, but as you can see, it only has 9 views because of it.
Only because you're going to watch it in New Zealand. It's the only place you can watch.
And then Photoshop challenge with Jesse G's Pink Spider Felix, pretty dope.
Awesome.
Another please be excited players. Now this was really
Best
cool.
Sanchez.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Cobra Kai, dude, that still blows my mind that I got to play Cobra Kai video game with someone from Cobra Kai. He's the best.
Yeah, it's pretty dope. Were you gonna say something, Al?
I was gonna say that might have been our first Photoshop challenge with a guest. That one right there. Jesse, I think.
I think it was.
I don't know because we had Josh Biddick, the infamous Josh Biddick episode.
That's true. Okay, you're right. Yeah.
The one that started
first person
Shadow
who had
Debate.
done submissions though. The first.
Yeah,
I think maybe the
that's
only
probably
guest
true.
that we've had that's done submissions. I don't think we've ever had anybody else on that's known
Okay,
for
cool.
the submissions.
Yeah. Caesar
submitted, but Caesar's been on.
Well,
a lot
I'm
of
not
other
a
stuff
guest, so
before,
I'm not a guest. I'm like a guest host.
Yeah,
so there's
yeah,
a difference,
exactly,
right?
exactly.
Yeah, so.
That's
Ooh,
like Phil and
Aria.
Ben's submissions hosting.
Right.
If you want to see me play with chains and play the Resident Evil 8 demo for far too long, this video is great.
How long was that? 3 hours? Yeah, that was 3 hours.
Day. That was so much fun.
Was that the stream where they couldn't hear your audio, so I had to like reroute it through my
No,
headset?
that wasn't that one. That was a different
was
one.
that one? Okay.
Yeah. That one, I didn't upload that one to the YouTube, but that one was pretty fun. Finally figured out what that was, by the way. There's 2 different mute options for your thing.
Stupid. On
For your
PS5?
audio, yeah. So
It's dumb.
Matt was able to help me figure it out. So Josh Biddick Photoshop, Mike Bithell, which was
crazy.
just insane. Such a
gem of a human
wonderful
being.
person. Yeah,
Fantastic.
absolutely. Johnny Ace, Joey Noel, Greg Gettys, and Ryan Colt Levy. So cool.
Yeah.
Oh,
That
yeah.
was
That was a long day.
that was a very long day.
Long day.
It's a good
Long
time.
day.
Good
It was a
time,
good
though.
day. It was a great day, but it was a long one.
Yeah.
100%.
Ryan's been absolutely killing it too, dude. This is
He's on
my
that.
God.
He's on that like Ragnarok show or whatever.
Yeah, he plays Loki on Record of Ragnarok.
He's Ken. He's Ken in like the newest official like Barbie music video. He voices
Yeah.
Ken.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
He posted that the other day.
Wow.
I'm like, hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Good for you, Ryan.
Yeah.
You're killing it out there.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Also, what weird timing for you to be like, oh yeah, I'm Loki in this project. Like
yeah.
like the same time the Loki show is coming out on Disney Plus. Like,
Yeah.
what a weird timing for that, but good for him.
So his character's great in that too. It's so
I still need
funny.
to watch it.
He shows up I think after like the 3rd or 4th episode of the show, but his parts are pretty fantastic.
He's also on that new Netflix show. It's like the movie. Is it the Creepy Houseville? I want to say I watched it a couple of weeks ago.
I was gonna be
Strange
so upset
House.
if you mentioned
Strange House, that sounds
Ragnarok.
right.
It's pretty good. I really enjoyed it. Definitely.
Ben, I was gonna be so upset if you said the Loki, the Ragnarok show I was talking about, Record of Ragnarok. I would be so upset. He's also on that Netflix show, the one where he plays Loki.
Really cool. He has been at the #1 on the voice actors board, like behind the voices.
Mhm.
He's
Behind
been
the-
number
behind the voice
1 on the
actors guild?
trending list for like a week
Yeah.
or 2 weeks now.
That's
That's
awesome.
right.
Good for him.
That's great.
When we first did his
Very much
interview,
deserved.
I think he was at 3 to either just under 3,000 or just over 3,000 followers. Now he's up to 6,000 followers as of today.
Was that the episode where Gage was recording and he didn't have like his webcam on? And then like we all got disconnected from Gage's thing, and so he just turns his webcam on and he's just like
Just pop up in the corner. Oh god, that was good.
he's just like deadpans the camera and he's like,
Sounds
well
right.
done.
Sounds right.
They're gone.
Yeah, that was a fun one. It was like the first show of the day too, and I knew we had so many shows going on, so it's like I'm just gonna produce this one. I'm just gonna chill back. I'm tired.
Save
and then
energy.
I wound up participating for parts of it anyway, so didn't really work out the way I wanted, but it was a lot of fun.
Little trade secret. Whenever I'm on a show's Gage, if I ever want to fill time, I'll just ask Gage to tell me about the horrible textures in Final Fantasy VII Remake. Because if I ever just like want to save energy and fill time, that's what I do.
Something that's really interesting about that game is I've been playing the PlayStation 5 version, and they added a photo mode to it, which is really cool. But it's interesting how low quality the models feel in the photo mode versus the cutscenes, because when it doesn't let you zoom in a lot. Other than Cloud, it doesn't let you zoom in a lot to the other characters. But I can't get a great picture of like Aerith or Tifa or Barrett, because those are the only characters I have access to right now. Like even just trying to zoom in as much as possible in that camera mode. And so it's really interesting to me that they have these extremely high resolution models in the cutscenes.
A lot of games
but they're not.
do that. If you go back to like The Witcher 3, it's something I noticed playing back in the day. I think I'm remembering it correctly. Since obviously the cutscenes start instantly, so there's no like load screens in that game when it comes to that. But when you're in the gameplay, Geralt's face, obviously his eyes are actual eyeballs and stuff, but like the wrinkles in his forehead and stuff like that, it's all a flat texture. But the moment he goes into a cutscene, it adds all that geometry to his character so that he can actually flex and you can see the muscles moving and wrinkling his forehead. But the moment you go back to gameplay, it's just a flat texture. So there's like perfectly hidden transitions there and stuff like that, which is really cool when games do that.
You know what really blew my mind, Gage? You might be aware of this. There were like 3-4 different models for Mario and Mario 64, depending on how far away from the camera he was.
Yeah.
Yep, sounds about right.
Isn't that weird? Like there's a video here. I'll see if I can.
That would have been
well, like considering like how like primitive the N64 was compared to like nowadays.
I don't think they had level of detail until. I don't even remember when level of detail was like implemented.
Well,
so back then they had to have.
Spyro did. So
it might have been around that era. So yeah, it's
around that time.
Possible Super Mario Bros. Didn't have that capability, so they had to have separate models.
Well, it's hard to compare the PlayStation to the N64 also. Phil.
Yeah, I can go down that rabbit hole, but I know I want to say things that people are going to not be happy with, so I'm not going to talk about that.
Oh, do it.
People tend to say that the Nintendo 64 is better looking because it has like texture filtering and better anti-aliasing and stuff, and it's a 64-bit console compared to the PS1's 32-bit capabilities.
Now it's a real Sasscast, everybody.
But honestly, the PS1 looks way better. PS1 games look better, even though you have more aliasing and jagged edges. The amount of detail you preserve with that in texture quality is so much better. If you look at the first area in Metal Gear Solid, how much detail is in the textures and just the environments, and then you look at Super Mario 64 and it's just a bland, smudgy texture looking flat plane of grass, you can't compare. It's like, sure, the post presentation of a Nintendo 64 with the smoother edges, yeah, sure, anti-aliasing, woo, it looks cool, but you lose so much detail on that console that if I boot up a Nintendo 64 game, it's just like, ugh. It just looks bad. These low resolution textures.
I'll say one thing, and then we can move on. Sorry,
I'm saying it's a bad system. Good games, but Jesus Christ.
But to the layman's eyes, what looks aesthetically pleasing? That N64 blur or the sharp triangular polygons from PS1?
Yeah,
that was in the game for me.
It's probably more subjective. I bet there's probably plenty of people that like the sharp clarity of a PS1 because it just looks clear, but then whereas a Nintendo can look a bit blurry to look at, but there's probably people who see that and they go, oh wow, there's no jagged edges, it looks so much better.
Right.
So it's honestly probably a pretty even mix. But
yeah, I mean, it really depends on game for me.
Yeah,
like Ocarina of Time is still one of my favorites, and I feel like it doesn't necessarily hold up, but it holds up better than other games.
I think a good example of the capabilities of each system, the absolute perfect example of this is 007 The World Is Not Enough. The game is on both systems, but they are entirely two different games made by different studios. You play the PS1 game, it has a lot more detail, and it seems like a lot of the models are higher quality, but due to the limited power of a PS1, you have much smaller environments that are much more of like it's more of like a corridor shooter, whereas the Nintendo 64 looks worse in a lot of places, but the levels are so much bigger and actually give you more of a espionage kind of stealth feel because you're able to go more paths and sneak around and stuff. So it's a very cool side by side.
I'm sitting on,
and yeah, even stuff like this, looking at all games compared. Go away.
Yeah,
James
sorry, this one
Cameron.
just popped into my head while you were talking.
Yeah, let's do
and
this.
The Resident Evils are very interesting on 64. Such an interesting.
When he was talking about games that are on both consoles, this is the first one that popped into my head. Oh, interesting. They're looking at blood color and violence level and stuff.
That's Nintendo for you. You gotta have options to censor the games.
Wow. Okay. Did you see how long it took to load on the PlayStation? Like he was still messing with options on the 64 version, and then the 64 version was just in there.
Yeah, even back then, just having all the data right there on a chip definitely can load a lot quicker than having to spin up
Go
a disc.
ahead and get past this and see if we can get in game here. Oh man, look at those cutscenes. So good. I joke, but it really was something incredible back in the day.
It's back
all the
then,
reflective metals and everything. Oh my gosh.
It's cool, but it's so weird looking at how Capcom's presentation was. Whenever they had stuff like this, it was very reliant on pre-rendered cutscenes, and a lot of games did this. But then you go back and you look at something like Metal Gear Solid, and the entire game is running in real time. There are no pre-rendered cutscenes, and they still look incredible. It's gotta wait for that PS1 to load.
Because it's already loaded and ready to go. Oh man. This is just the beginning.
This is the best Sasscast ever. Here's what we're doing, and now we're just going down a rabbit hole of something entirely different. But like, just okay. If you pause right here, you can see. Like, look at the clarity on the image on the right. Even the pre-rendered background is so much more crisp.
Are definitely way sharper than the blurred textures here, which almost makes the models like stick out.
Exactly.
Which is interesting.
So, and even like if you press play again, I want to see the particles on the fire. It looks like the Nintendo 64. Look at that. Like there's more fire and stuff on the PlayStation than there was on the Nintendo 64.
Like I was about to say, what fire?
Exactly. But it's like everything is so much blurrier on the 64.
This is a great version. You can almost like read this, where on this there's no way you're reading any of this at all. Huh.
It's just because the Nintendo 64 was a 64-bit system, yet for some reason doesn't seem as powerful. It seems like a lot of their stuff is going towards the anti-aliasing rather than. Oh, then of course you have like, hey, if you want to do this cool stuff, you have to buy the memory pack, which is expensive, and you can't play games without it and stuff like that, which was a interesting design choice.
Look at too. The zombies that are on fire here in a second.
Also, the frame rate looks like it's a little bit more inconsistent on Nintendo. It could just be the capture, but it does have a lot more jitter in it.
Look at these zombies on fire on the PlayStation version.
Yeah.
You can clearly see the flame particles. This zombie's actually on fire. You can see a little bit of the flame right there coming out of his back.
A little bit.
And yet nothing really at all.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
That is very odd.
Remember that thing I said about wanting to gauge to fill time, so I just bring up a video game texture?
This is your fault. Your fault, Caesar.
This is your fault, Caesar.
No, it's not my fault. It's great for me. I got a 5-minute break. I 7-minute break, actually. I play a nice 7 minutes of Fortnite.
Right, a Fortnite.
Yeah. Died.
Nice. All right, back to
the
regular show.
The whole point of the show.
Regular
Oh, it's
programming.
the birthday boy. No one knows when we're recording this, so it's Blessing's birthday today. Happy birthday, Blessing.
Wasn't it yesterday?
I think it was yesterday.
It was yesterday, kind
I
of.
just said that.
You said today.
No one knows when we're recording, Caesar.
Okay.
It was yesterday for us, and it was 2 days ago for you, Ben.
Yeah,
we don't need to tell people that.
Yeah,
okay.
Ben.
So this was a really fun episode of the Photoshop Challenge with Snowbike Mike. I feel like this is the episode that made Snowbike Mike want to bring back the Photoshop Challenge to Kind of Funny.
Probably.
And we're super happy that he did.
Oh, 100%.
You can thank us later, everyone. Yeah.
Then we have our wonderful episode with Blessing, which goes on a little bit of a Metal Gear tangent, but it's still great.
Birthday boy, right, everyone?
Birthday boy.
Because we edited that out earlier.
Yeah,
I think so.
totally. Yeah, that was fun.
I don't like lying to our fans.
So, so Nick Scarpino and Photoshop Challenge with Nick Scarpino, really fun episodes.
Amazing.
Super great. Then we just have like
he was our second special guest, and even after everything we've done and everything we've said, he recorded 2 shows with us. So shout out to Nick.
And he's been willing to do more stuff. So
he helped with the Game Sass music. He recorded the
music
the
exactly
trumpet part for that intro song.
Yep.
Yeah, he's been.
Fun fact. I
It
don't know
only
if
cost
that many
me
people know that.
$500 too, so it was great.
So
You gotta pay in installments, you know?
Yeah.
Our very first guest, and big shout out to also the birthday boy, Tim Gettys.
Hell yeah.
So
Look at that one in the chat.
So,
We're
like,
transcending days
from
here
my
on the
understanding, that episode was like very important to establishing what Out of Our League was, because that episode was initially Gage talking to the guests and then members of Simply Sassy coming on one at a time. And then didn't Tim say something like, "That's not gonna work"?
No, he was totally down for it. It was like Kumail and everybody else we had on the show, and just people feedback that I wanted who said that, you know, it just didn't flow very well, or it would be a better option to have everybody on at once. And there was like, yeah, you're totally right. So that's why with Nick's episode, we just did the podcast route. I still want to do one-on-one interviews like this. Like, I still really want to do that, but.
Well, we need to get Tim in for an anniversary episode because I would love to do a new.
What if it's only Tim?
Episode.
What if it's only like Tim? We do the one-on-one episode with.
Yeah, just another one-on-one episode of Tim.
No.
No. It's not.
No, I do want to get Tim back on for an actual full-on group episode again, because it was a lot of fun talking to him.
Shout out to the Saboteur. Just want to throw that out there.
Yeah.
Now, possibly the greatest content, the Simply Sassy reviews, the other guys with Gage and myself.
God.
The only movie review we ever ended up
That
doing.
has 60 views.
Yeah, dude.
How?
Which
66, dude.
Dude, right there. Favorite retro games, episode 5 of the Sasscast. Favorite retro games, part 1. We've never done a
Where's
part 2. We've never
Part
done one.
2 is coming someday, maybe.
10 months, and we've never done it.
Someday, maybe.
I mean, we've been busy. Look at all this. We've been really busy.
Carl's ready, dude. Carl's ready. I forgot. I was talking to Carl recently, and he was like, "Oh yeah, as soon as somebody said retro games, I was there. I was ready. I was."
Oh, Amberlina. Where's the Amberlina one?
Amberlina trailer.
Oh,
he passed it. Phil's gone. Phil's counting things.
Phil's not even. Yeah.
Over 101 videos, you guys.
Wow.
That's how many. That's how much content, and almost all of them, like if you combine everything, probably averages out to about an hour a piece.
Yeah.
So we've probably
That's
produced
crazy.
over 100 hours of content at this point. That's nuts, dude. Okay. Anyway, sorry. Amberlina trailer. This is so great. This was so much fun to do.
Amazing.
We did this in a week.
Yeah. Joni killing it.
Oh, yeah.
All the milky mommies.
They were called the Texas Treats of the RGV.
And can we start off with you guys?
Look at that.
That is
hair.
very RGB. Like just this image alone.
I'm Andy, and
Who found this footage?
And I just kind of picked up the guitar really quickly.
I think Robin.
I realized I had a kind of a natural talent for it.
Love using our interview with him for that.
Cortez, aka the Nitro Rifle, was a sensation, and this generation's Jimi Hendrix.
The lyrics seem relatable because it's about being a teenager and angst and all that dumb shit.
good. Oh god.
Andy's elderly band manager saw that he'd be more successful as a solo act, so Andy decided to leave Ambelina.
Eventually left that band, and then I moved to Austin, and then just kind of like started my new life.
It's so good.
Andy's solo album, Latino Heat, went straight to #1, and with it came fame, fortune, and lots of single moms.
It's so good. God, he killed it.
Absolutely.
After Andy's second album,
this was another Robin jam,
tanked, he decided he'd had enough of running solo and decided to go back to his roots and join a new band. He could have gone anywhere. Yet, he went to a band called Boy Orgy.
So good.
This is a story of addiction, destruction.
For me, it's always a hit and run type of dream. I sideswipe a vehicle. Oh, I didn't kill Phil Collins, thank God. I did a lot of damage to my car. What am I gonna do?
And showering with your elderly band manager.
That VO work, Phil, fucking killing it, honestly.
Oh, thank you.
Amazing.
Hashtag keep filling a video game. Yeah.
Oh,
Super Video Game Bros. If you need some video editing done.
Yeah, Johnny killed it with all of his like motion graphics and stuff.
All this.
Ambelina. Huh. They're pretty good.
So good.
Yeah. Cardboard box. Party time.
Cardboard box. Party time.
Oh my god.
I think people watch to that point of the video, but it makes me laugh.
It's so good.
Cardboard box. Party time.
Man, I wish I had like old video of my band playing, but
oh, that'd be cool.
I do have some videos of my old band. Shit, I should have mentioned it.
I love the interview because that is so RGV. Like not even like back then. It's RGV now. Like that's just how kids do shit. Like now, like that's just how this shit looks.
Dude, it's not. Well, I don't know how it is nowadays, but back in like 2013 when I was in the band, that was
the scene.
That was it, even up here in like Washington and Oregon, and we played in Idaho at one point. Maybe we didn't. I don't remember. But yeah, it was kind of that same shit. It was crazy. Oh fuck, here it is.
Oh, DM me the link. I'll put it up right now.
Oh yeah.
DM me that link.
It's one.
Happy anniversary.
There was a much better one from this place in Spokane.
We don't want the bitter one.
But
we don't want the bitter one.
It's gone. Like the better one, the better quality, like video and everything it's like gone from YouTube. You can't find it anymore, which sucks. And I don't have it. I used to have the whole thing, but it got deleted somehow. So all I have is like a few of these really shitty ones on YouTube.
While we're waiting for you to man up and show us video,
I sent it to you on Twitter.
This oceanside
we're gonna check out
is
this
about to
video
become a backdrop for an unforgettable
This
vacation
is a great
memory.
video. Good job, Al. I didn't know you worked for Verbo. Oh.
No, this was in reference to the low poly Mario, but we're off that.
Yeah, we moved past quite a bit.
I just figured we would give we'd give Caesar another chance for a break. And
Yeah.
we could give A plus.
I just did it in Fortnite, so it gives me a chance to limit.
955,000 subscribers, some love, because obviously his channel is real small and we're so big.
You could use the help, yeah.
Exactly. All right. Now that joke's over.
I would love to know when it comes to
minutes, but thank you for that.
Wait, what's that?
So this joke's been over for like 20 minutes, but thank you.
Oh no, I meant the joke for A plus start.
All right.
Visionary.
There we go. Wait, is that you on the drums, Gage?
No, I'm on the left.
All right, this is some
Phil
Gage
Lord,
root.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, dude, it's not my fault. I've been chilling at the same volume this entire time.
I love the hair. Everyone's just copious amounts of hair.
Gage, are you the guy in the green shirt?
What?
Or is
Gage,
that,
right here.
no,
Gage.
Gage fixing his hair right there.
I'm on the,
Oh, is he the one on the,
I'm on the
is he the one
bass,
on the
dude.
guitar or the bass?
Yeah, my bass guitar.
So you've always just had killer hair, eh?
Yeah, kinda.
Oh my god, this shit.
This is amazing.
So stressed out. He's just like rubbing his neck.
Dude, this
I
was
love
like
everything about this.
the third day of tour, I think, or the fourth day. So like straight up sleeping sleeping in a van in like the passenger seat in a fucking Walmart parking lot.
Have you seen The Green Room?
That's awesome.
The movie The Green Room?
No.
Any of the indie band stuff reminds me of that movie.
Yo, I love the guy in the front. Just really into it.
Yeah, that's my buddy Benny. He's in another band.
Hey, that's their fangirl. I can't remember. What's it called? Groupie, thank you.
Yeah, our groupie. Yeah. This is our shit.
Oh, so you guys were hard rock.
Yeah.
How's that voice coming out of that guy? I don't understand.
He puts gravel in his mouth before every show.
That's impressive, dude.
He's a great vocalist. Like everything, screams, vocals. Like he's great. He's always really good.
Did it ever like mess up his vocal cords though?
Not if you take care of it.
Proper care. Nice vocal warm-ups. It helps to like even like voice acting and stuff. Things like honey, warm water, things
Lots
like
of
that
water.
can help just keep your vocal cords coated.
Oh
Keep 'em
man.
healthy.
Also, it's not just screaming. Like there's a science to it. There's technique to it.
Yelling at the top of their lungs. It's actual just like vocal cord manipulation. They're pushing air a certain way through their vocal cords that have been loosened up that allows that sound to come out.
Right.
Yeah.
Very cool stuff.
How dare you, Ben?
Loving this, Gage.
It was a lot of fun. I wish
You're killing it, Gage.
So when are we doing the Ambelina versus your band battle?
The bands, yes.
Battle of the band.
Visionary versus Ambelina.
I did make, I don't know if I still have it on YouTube or actually work. I did a music video for one of our songs where I just took a bunch of footage from one of our shows and put it together. It's like really low quality, but I wonder if I have it. I love how this has gone from fucking Simply Sassy anniversary to let's look at old
Hey, this
band
is
shit.
all part of my anniversary.
Yeah, it all links
I love
to it. It all links up.
I love it.
I don't think that video's on YouTube
So
anymore.
good. That was a lot of fun.
I wonder.
I dug it.
Shit.
Everything you've ever done in your life has led up to this moment. And isn't it crazy that that video of your band in high school has more views than anything we've ever done?
Wait, is that true?
No,
How many views has it got?
That's pretty good.
275.
It's pretty good.
That's great.
That's better than most.
Other than some of our out of our leagues, that's definitely it's definitely true.
I think Sasscast other than that, yeah.
Yeah, those are not Sasscast numbers. Sasscast does not reach that. I'm
Oh, sorry,
afraid.
Game Sass, sorry. I think Game Sass is almost 300, isn't it now?
The thank you video has over 300, which is cool.
It is.
I'm still surprised how low.
Gage's
Raul
high school
Coley
band has more pull than Rohu Cooley confirmed.
Oh,
Yeah. We love Rahul.
That thank you episode was a great idea, Gage. Props for that as well. Definitely.
Gage always
As he
coming up
said.
with the best ideas, 100%.
Thank you. Yeah, that was a fun one to do. It's an important one.
I would love to know, because I was talking to someone about this the other day, but when it comes to out of our leagues, I think the thing that I always find is they don't go often quite as you expect them to, which is always, I think, kind of a really good thing. And for me, I was talking to someone about sort of standout episodes to me, and some of the ones that sort of I've actually taken stuff away from and sort of implemented things in my own life. And I think things like the Andy episode, like the Xavier Woods, those kind of things. I'd love to know like what episodes you sort of have taken something from and ones that sort of stand out to you. I mean, they're all amazing, obviously, but
not all at once.
I think those two, Ben, are very. Just that's where my mind goes to as well. Like the Andy episode was very heavy in terms of just like being able to talk to Andy about the kind of stuff that he was talking to us about for some reason, feeling comfortable talking to us about all of that stuff. That was very just refreshing.
Yeah.
And yeah, definitely probably Andy's. Yeah.
I'd probably have to say
that's
too,
for mine.
I was gonna say like, well, I mean, obviously the Tim episode was very important because that the show was something I'd been wanting to do for a long time, and he helped give us that opportunity to make it happen, and like that led to everything else. That led to meeting all these other amazing people. But also just being such a big Kind of Funny fan for as long as I was, just having Tim Gettys sit down there and just talk to me one-on-one was awesome. Obviously, the Greg Miller episode, as everybody knows if they've seen it, was very important to me. But yeah, I liked the Andy's episode because like the diversity talk. That's something that I'm very happy with in our group, is that we aren't just a bunch of white dudes all the time, which I feel is coming from where I come from, where it's a lot of white people, and then
right now it's like
you do have
42
a lot of Hispanic people as well, but like all the gaming stuff I've ever seen, it's like, hey, it's a bunch of white dudes. On occasion you'll get a woman, but for the most part it's a bunch of white dudes. So having him come on the show and talk about that, and kind of realizing like we were a very open multicultural group, and it's cool to learn about that sort of stuff. Like I don't know shit about like the Muslim religion or culture or heritage or anything like that, so being able to talk to some of you guys about that has been a really, really cool experience, just getting that firsthand knowledge of something that isn't common around here. So that was a very, very cool episode to do.
I mean, yeah, even right now, this episode is it's 4-2 as far as like diverse to straight white or just white guy. With me, Al, Phil, and McKenna. As far as like,
yeah, Phil's
not your traditional, it was just white guy in the video game industry.
Phil's not super duper 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 white like Ben and me. He's got enough.
He's got enough Native American in there. He's got more than what was the name of that politician?
Yeah, Elizabeth Warren.
Warren. Yeah, he's got more than Warren.
Yeah, he's got more than me too. So don't really count mine that much.
I really
kind of saw. Go ahead, Phil.
Oh no! I was gonna say I really feel bad for. There's an actor under fire right now for being like, oh, another white dude claiming to be Native American, and he's like 50% Native American. And yet just genetically he got more, skin tone his skin tone's more white, and it sucks that
that's just kind of how it's always been in my family too. Like I mean, I guess if you go back to my great grandma who was half, which is weird, like that's as far back as we don't know anything else. We know that she was half Native American, but we don't know which side or anything like that, which is odd. But she was kind of dark skinned, but then like my great granddad, which would have been her son, he still kind of looked like a white dude, a tan white dude, but then it just dropped off from there, where everybody else in my family since then has been super white. Even my grandpa, who's a quarter, is just white, and then my dad is white, and I mean, look at me, I am white. Granted, I am like 90%, European, so white. But gotta love the internet.
But yeah, I think that's one of the benefits of Simply Sassy. It's that we're not just all from the same place. I guess we're all from different, very, very different walks of life, and that leads to very interesting new perspectives, especially when we have guests or even right now, just talking, like, you know, and I think that's really special. Normally shows are like people that grew up with each other or like they met in college or whatever. They're like the same people. We're all so different.
Yeah.
The episode with Tommy Earl Jenkins, he was shockingly surprised at how diverse we were, and that just made me very proud to feel that from like someone like him. You know, it was just like, oh, you're a very diverse group of people, and he appreciated that, and it was really cool to experience that.
What a cool dude! What a great show!
Oh yeah,
I'm so sad I missed it.
Absolutely,
that was a good one.
Are there any that stand out to you, McKenna? Any sort of particular out of our leagues or Simply Sassy content that you've ever been on or seen in the past that stick out to you?
Back. I'll be back in like 2 minutes.
Okay.
We're gonna have to leave in 2 minutes, so.
I mean, everything
Okay,
really.
I'll stay until you leave.
Your friend.
Okay.
Oh, I was gonna say. I mean, everything. Honestly, I don't know. It's just everything. I feel like has made an impact, and like the more I've gotten to know you guys too, the impact has just gotten more and more. Like, oh, I can do this too, which is just insane to me. That's like, oh yeah, this is, and I get to be friends with like people I've been hearing like all your guys' names for forever. I mean, so it's just really. It's just insane. It's just so cool.
I'd say it's not just that you can do it; it's just you kill it. Like you're an incredible producer, you're great hosting. So it's been awesome having you. Like we talked about, both you and Caesar to fill in the gaps where people might not be able to make it, or just to come in and support us and help us. It's been awesome.
Thank you.
I would say
sorry, you go, buddy.
I was gonna say, if the question's going to me, I would say for me, there hasn't been a piece of content that hasn't impacted me in a way. Everything has like kind of left an impact.
Cop out answer. Like, cop out.
Boo! Get out the stage.
Get off the stage.
Everything has kind of had an impact, but I think mainly because like I'm doing it with my friends, and not many people can say that they make content with people that they really enjoy making content with. So I think that's something really special. But if I had to pick one, it probably had to be. It's a toss-up between Xavier Woods and Cool Greg, because those two guys had some really, really like open and honest conversations with us, and it was just so cool to like talk to them about life and stuff.
The thing that got me about Cool Greg's episode is how raw it was. Like that man has no filter.
He doesn't, and it honestly that was just special. That was just so special to have.
Mad respect for sure.
Yeah, that's cool, G.
Ben, I think we have to go.
I'll just be a few more minutes, and then but if you need to bounce, it's all good.
Yeah,
well, no, it's for you, so it's like I leave when you leave.
Sweet, buddy.
Yeah, I figured that we're basically trying to close the show out now. So,
what about you? Are there any other ones other than Tommy's ones that stick out to you?
Oh, McKenna, what were we gonna say?
Oh no, go to Al. It's not related to this. Well, it's related to Simply Sassy, but it's good now. That's all I'm trying to say. Sorry.
Keep it in mind.
I wouldn't. It's not about favorites. It's just the way you asked it, Ben. It was just like something that we weren't expecting, but also resonated with us, and that definitely goes to the Andy episode, in my personal opinion. Not to belittle anyone else's appearance on the show, but that's the one that I wasn't expecting to go a certain way, went a certain way, and then stuck with me in a way I was not expecting it to. If that makes any sense.
Al hates all of our guests. Confirmed.
I will say one of the ones that, I mean, I've loved them all. They're all incredible, but the Nick one was kind of special to me just because obviously such a huge KFA fan, and obviously having the back and forth with Nick and just
Did you watch that show?
Just a bit, and then having him on, but just sort of picking up where like we've been friends for so long, just him giving me shit and just the back and forth there. It was just like, you know, we'd been friends for a long time, and it just felt just really fun and really cool. I really loved that episode, but all of them are just been so great for me. Yeah, I love them all.
I want to add to that, Ben, also being there. If I'm not mistaken, that was the first time you guys ever spoke, ever.
Yeah,
right.
That's true.
Being there for that and having him almost like grilling you with questions and like trying to figure out who you are and what's like. Yeah. That was amazing. Just experiencing that moment, the meeting of the two of you guys. It was brilliant.
That was great. Just him immediately giving me shit for not being on camera.
Yep.
Threatening to tell my boss, it was good time. And what were you wanting to say, McKenna? Sorry.
Oh no! During the course, I did a cross stitch of the Simply Sassy logo last November. I completely forgot about that.
It was so awesome.
So many
talking about it. Cross stitching, but yeah, that's something I completely forgot about.
We all flipped out about that, like in the group chat. We're like, "Oh my god, look at this! So cool!"
I think that was at a time where I was still like new to the group, where I was just like, "That's so awesome." I don't feel like I have a place to like, like love that, or not love it, but like be on it, right? But like. That's still awesome that you go from fan to like being on the show, like or being in the productions.
Yeah, if you go back a year ago to me watching like Last Chance and me like to now me like telling me like, oh yeah, you're gonna be on some stuff with them, mine would have exploded. I don't know if I would have believed anyone because the only person I really talked to was Kumail at that point, and that was just to exchange turnips on Animal Crossing, like, and then it's just crazy.
Animal Crossing bring people together,
It does. I would be here without Animal Crossing.
That's awesome. And what about Phil? I don't think you've said anything, Phil. What's your favorite out of it? Well, like we've talked about, the one that's sort of been the most meaningful to you when it comes
as
to
far as out of our league goes, I definitely think that Nick was probably my episode because KFAF was such a big part of getting me back into being creative. And I even though COVID is what brought us together, I never would have met any of you if it wasn't for KFAF. So Nick, and then of course the episode with Andy, both of those were huge for me because that is literally the reason I'm still here as far as doing stuff and getting to do this show and getting to hang out with all of you wonderful people and make fun content for all the people that love to watch us. Shout out to the Indie Boy,
yeah, Mark.
For being an amazing supporter of our content, and he's gonna have his own Out of Our League here pretty soon. I think he's 2 weeks away. 2 weeks away.
Oh yeah,
something like that.
Oh wait, Mark is amazing.
I'm very excited for that one.
Yeah. Real quick, Nano is next week, and then we have him the following week. So, and then somewhere in between, we'll have our reschedule for Naomi Kyle, which would be really cool.
That'd be awesome.
But yeah, so I would say that those are probably the two that were most impactful to me. But obviously, the Greg episode was crazy. The Raul Coley one was a huge milestone moment for me because it was getting to talk to someone that I've been watching in content for so long, and we had kind of a fun interaction and everything, and it was just amazing. The whole thing, every episode is so great, just like Caesar said. But I think those are
get up stage. Come on.
Also, Phil, you reaching out to Rahul and
credit where credit is due,
and getting these people. Gage reaching out to everyone he did reach out to. I also want to shout that out. You guys,
Phil and Gage are responsible for most of the guests we get on the show.
Go out there and get the guests and actually manage to have them on. That
Ben counts
also
too.
needs to be said. Ben got us a bunch of guests as well. Yes, absolutely. That's also true. Sorry, I missed that, Ben.
I mean, we can compare guests if you guys want to. I think I'd still win.
Don't give Ben any credit. Don't give Ben any credit. It's fine.
Wait, so who gets Greg? Do I get Greg or do you get Greg? Because we both reached out to Greg.
Probably me, because I'm the one who.
Who did he respond to?
Me.
I mean, I can message him right now and probably get him to say something.
Phil was able to get Greg for the blessing episode for a quick visit, but that was also my idea. So I take partial credit for that.
All right. Fine.
For Out of Our League, that was like
let's leave Greg alone for a little while.
Months of emailing him trying to get him to reply, and he finally did, and it was just like boom, 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 boom. Finally able to do it.
And if you guys ever want a good cry and can hack our email, go in there and read the emails that Gage sends out to our guests or our possible guests.
Most of them are pretty normal, but the one to Greg was a.
The one to Greg, yeah, brought a tear to my eye, Gage. You're amazing. You're a great person. I'm so happy that we got to know each other in this year.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
That goes out to everyone.
I send a much more generic email to people because
hello, my name is insert name.
Yeah. Just because I don't want to like make anyone feel uncomfortable when I send those out, because I could say a lot. I could for a lot of the people that I reach out to.
You make them
all about making people feel uncomfortable. So
dang.
It's not a bad version of uncomfortable. It's definitely a good thing. It's just I'm too afraid to send something that emotional. So kudos to you, Gage.
That's why, like, I think it was like I ended it with, like, wasn't planning on doing this, but I was like, here's the email I'm gonna write, and then 5 minutes later I'm looking at this massive thing. It's like, well, shit, if I just delete it now, I'm gonna feel disingenuous. So fuck it, I guess I'm sending it. So
yeah, and my anxiety would just be through the roof if I sent something that was actually emotional.
It was.
Yeah.
Like, for like weeks until I got a reply, or whenever it was that I got the reply, I was like, fuck. Greg's gonna read that and be like, who the fuck is this weirdo?
I just say how awesome all the guests have been as well. Like the memory that stands out to me, one of the big ones is, like, we're interviewing obviously Andy for Out of Our League. He's like, yeah, I'm down for Out of Our League and Photoshop Challenge. We're like, hell yeah, but we obviously just needed to let the Out of Our League run because of how good it was and the conversation that was taking part. So we were running short on time, and he had the FCF stream pretty much immediately after that, and we weren't going to have time to record both, but he just turns around and he just goes, fuck it, let's go, let's do this.
Let's do this.
We did it. Yeah. It was like a 5, maybe 10-minute gap in between us finishing Photoshop Challenge and him showing up on the Kind of Funny FCF stream. So I was just blown away how supportive everyone has been on the shows. They've been just the best. And they say never meet your heroes. I'd say the people that we've met are my heroes, and they've been absolutely incredible. It's been so great to me, and so
far so good. Yeah,
I agree.
I mean, there's definitely something to, like, trying to remember that these are real people and not putting them up on a pedestal, and remembering that they are fallible. But that doesn't mean that they can't be inspirational or people that you look up to.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
It's just, if they do make a mistake, remember that they're just human. Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
I mean, unless it's an absolutely horrible mistake that they should be canceled for.
Are you planning on making a mistake, Phil?
There's a lot of
Is this about the blood? Did you do something?
This most definitely is about the blood.
I think that's a great place to end the episode, Gage, though. So if you want to close us out, that's
I was just gonna keep going. I didn't want to end it yet. Damn.
Well, Caesar's got to go. Ben's
well,
gonna
no,
go.
I thought we had to go, but we have another 20 minutes.
No, I probably need to go. Sorry. But I love you all. Thank you so much. And I do want to say before I go, though, thank once again to everyone that's watching. You're all incredible. And thank you to everyone at Simply Sassy. Like I said, you're all my great friends, and we couldn't have done any of this without any of you. And like I said, obviously would like to have everyone here today, but for those of you that aren't here, we love you and thanks for everything that you've done. I've got to go, sorry team, but I'm off to do a charity stream, which when you're listening to this, you can probably catch the archives, but please check out the link if you can. We're trying to raise money for Kind of Funny Extra Life. That'll be over on my Twitter at twitch.tv/pleasebeexsorry, twitter.com/pleasebeexcited. And please, if you can, please, if you can, give some money to these big, beautiful kids. That'd be awesome.
That's Ren, please be sorry.
Ren, please be sorry. Love you guys. I got to take off. Bye.
Bye, Ben.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, I just thought it was a good place to close off because we were doing our favorite Out of Our League memories and stuff like that. So, but I mean, it's whatever you want to do, Gage.
Out of Our League is like one show, but okay, we'll talk about one facet of our success, Phil, and then we'll close out the episode. Jesus Christ.
Well, we did success like it meant something.
Is friendship meaningless to you, Phil?
I think it is.
Jesus. I think anyone that knows me knows that that's not true.
Phil hates friends, confirmed.
That's true. That is 100% true. I know that for a fact.
horrible show. He doesn't like it.
Badly written. I was just gonna say.
Poorly written show. Poorly written.
Poorly written. Yep.
Not
Very
nearly diverse
inferior to Seinfeld.
Yay!
Oh man, there's things I could say about that show.
Which one?
Seinfeld.
Gage, let's not go down this road, please.
Gage your friends. Please don't do this.
I would like to point out.
I always had a feeling Gage was the one that was gonna start and end Simply Sassy. Like I always had that.
That is still a very large possibility, Caesar.
Yep. Show ain't over yet.
I just want to point out, if you're still watching the video that I have playing in mute, I'm just going through a bunch of our content just randomly. The one that's up right now is actually our reaction to the kind of funny reaction to the Coach Media stream, which doesn't have any of our faces on it, but it does have commentary. But I'm playing it
because it was Ben's stream, right?
So yeah. So I'm not just playing that. That's actually some of our content. And if you haven't checked it out, you probably should, because it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I wonder if anyone's commented on it. Nope. No comments. Thumbs up though.
So, let's see. What all have we covered so far? We've kind of gone over a lot of the stuff. We've gone over The Last Chance. We've gone over Out of Our League.
I mean, we've gone over all the videos that we've done. We've gone
Game
over.
Sass. We didn't really talk about Game Sass.
Sure.
So well, thanks for watching, everybody.
I actually, I didn't mention Game Sass once throughout the entire thing of going over it. This freaking intro, though, Gage.
Yes.
Oh my god.
100%.
I mean, could you even imagine that we would have such a legit intro for this? Why is it not? It's being mean to me right now, you guys.
Horns by the old Pino as well.
There we go. Here, let's just do the whole thing real quick. Hang on. Let me unmute that. Oh, it's so good.
The Sassiest game show.
It's so good.
How did you think to ask Nick for that, Gage? Honestly, where did that come from?
So that was just
I mean, you just thought it would be funny to get.
So I was just working on the music for it, trying to come up with a game show theme or whatever. But all the samples I had for brass instruments just sounded terrible. They just sounded so artificial, and I was trying to think, how am I gonna make it sound legit? And it just clicked. I was like, wait a minute. Nick has a trumpet. I'm gonna email him and pitch him this idea and see if he'd be down for it. And so I was like, hey, Nick, I know it's kind of out of the blue. I know you're probably super busy, but you're the only person I know with a trumpet. Would you be down for this? And yeah, within like a day, he replied back. He's super into it. And I sent him like a quick like demo version of what I wanted him to do. It was literally that first bit, the da 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 da. That was it. And a couple days later, he sends back like a 2 or 3 minute long take where him and Kevin had gone to the new studio to do stuff, and he brought his trumpet. It got a microphone, had a nice echo, and he recorded like 10 different versions of that. And I was able to take multiple ones, so I had the main one, and then I took that ending piece, and it was 2 different takes, layered them on top of each other, and it was
cool.
He went above and beyond for that.
That's awesome. Yes.
That was.
I mean,
go through all of that.
Let's be fair. Has Nick Scarpino ever not gone above and beyond in his life?
Fair point. That's a fair point.
You can also use a producer credit for you producing Nick Scarpino on horns. Like that's a legit thing that you actually did, Gage, that you can just put on your resume.
That's true.
Wild.
I'm an official kind of funny producer, and I never gave him any money for it on Patreon. So
as much
the money came from Al. Like Al did that for you.
True.
As much crap as we give Nick Scarpino in our jokes and our videos and our photoshops, like, we have nothing but respect for that man.
Yeah,
100%, absolutely.
It's literally just all out of love.
Yeah.
Nick, yeah,
I'll never forget that one time my girlfriend at the time was like, "You love this guy more than you love me." I was like, "Yeah."
What about it?
Yeah, honest.
And
What's your point?
So
that's my uncle Nick. What are you talking about?
Of course, I love my uncle more than you. You know.
So there's only what 2 episodes of Game Sass right now, right? That are on YouTube. It's just 2?
Yeah, we recorded the 3rd, but you are currently working on some stuff for that one.
Yeah.
And then
I wanted it to be out like 2 weeks ago. It ain't gonna be out for a long time because my God,
it's okay. Take your time.
You think so many layers, things will work so well, and then it's like I'll get to a certain point, and then it gets so bogged down because the program is kind of old. It's a good program, but when I have that many layers of video footage, it starts to lag, and it'll crash. So, yeah. For like 30
whenever you
seconds
get it figured out, then we can start
so.
planning the next episode.
Stick around for 2022 when we release episode 3 of Game Sass.
Episode 3 and 4.
Yeah.
Coming in 2023.
I remember when Game Sass came out because like I like a few people like Ben, Kumail, Robin, they were like, "You're gonna love this. You're gonna love this so much." But they wouldn't tell me what it was. And it was a game show. Like, "Oh, I love this. They were right. This is incredible."
Yeah, the production value that Gage was able to create in that show, with all the overlays, because you made all that stuff, right? For the overlays on that one, there was no outside Matt or my own work or Robin or any of the other wonderfully talented layout people. It was all Gage.
Yeah, most
so
of
cool.
it was like I had some reference photos for like the podiums and stuff. Like the Game Sass logo, there was just I forgot who did it first. Somebody did that font in Game Sass. I can't remember if it was you, Phil, or if it was Robin or somebody. But
no, it was Ben.
Ben? Okay, because I know it was like
Ben did the Game Sass font work.
Yeah, it wasn't a
and then
PNG
you
or anything,
recolored it, right?
No, so that was his original idea, but it wasn't a transparent PNG, and cutting it out was a pain. So I was like, oh, the Pac-Man font is kind of cool. So I just found a generator online that had that same font, and I just typed in Game Sass, save as transparent PNG, and that was it.
Nice.
So it was his idea, and then I just did it, and then I built the intro set in Unreal Engine, rendered out the intro. I drew the podiums. Yeah, it was.
Building effects in Unreal Engine is just a different level. It's honestly just crazy and wild to even fathom that you're in Unreal Engine building effects for a show, for a game show. That's fuck.
I don't think I'm going to do it for Game Sass episode 3 because it still needs a lot of work, but I started building a full 3D game show set in Unreal Engine that I can
God.
that edit right there.
Let's just go back to it just because I saw it. I'm gonna
right
do
when
that
I said
real
I'm
quick.
building something in Unreal Engine, way more work, I pop up on screen asking
Your
why.
face, like,
oh my God.
It's so good.
But full on with like all the podiums and everything, where it's like I want to do that and then take screenshots and even render out certain transitions so it'll play camera motion through a 3-dimensional set. But yeah, that would take so much more work, but yeah. Yep. There it is. So yeah, that was
heck yeah, dude. So cool.
Maybe one day that'll be the next evolution of Game Sass. Who knows?
Oh yeah, the way Game Sass gets to that level is if we decide to actually do some sort of like Patreon and can actually start like paying time for stuff like that,
which would be amazing, because holy shit, if I add up how much time I've put into making overlays and backgrounds and then actually doing shows, it's like,
right,
fuck, I'd have a 401k ready at this point. I could retire.
Yeah, seriously, it's definitely a labor of love at this point, but there's a level to where you kind of have to manage those expectations and really like be like, well, how much time investment versus, you know, like actual practicality do we have here? So
but it's definitely worth doing to an extent. Obviously,
yeah, and it's definitely a labor of love for sure.
Gotta pace yourself and stuff, but yeah, at the end of the day, it's worth doing just to be able to hop on and like hang out with everybody and make some cool stuff that hopefully I can throw onto a resume one day and be like, hey, site X, hire me. Look at this cool shit.
That was one of the first inspirations for getting McKenna onto the producing chair after watching the all women's episode that was really great. Was the idea of like, oh, she's actually wants to be a producer. She actually wants to do these things as her career.
What do you think I asked her to do patch notes?
Right. So
was that after that show?
No, it was like
patch
way
notes
before.
started before. Yeah.
Okay.
But like I had talked to her about that stuff, and
but I don't
she
think
was like, yeah, I want to be like Kevin. This is what she told me.
Yeah, but I don't think I had heard that from her at that point. I knew she was working on patch notes with you, which is what I think gave us the idea to make her the producer for the takeover episode. But I didn't know that was her like something she wanted to do until after that episode. So, and that was, it's like if she can put some of this stuff on a resume or show it for, a future portfolio or something, it'd be really cool. And if we can help other people do that, that'd be great. Because right now, as much as I'd love to be able to like pay people for things, like that's just something we just can't do. So thank you to everyone that helps out with shows and comes on as a guest and does just all the wonderful things with us and helps us out.
Yeah, thank you. I've sure I said it a billion times already, but thank you guys. Yeah, once again for letting me produce and everything. Because yeah, like this is what I'm going to school for. I just finished my second year, and like my I'm transferring, but my new major is media studies and production. Like this is.
Can you tell the story of when you told upperclassmen about who you were interviewing?
Oh, well, yeah, it was so. Yeah, it was. I never really went into detail. I took a production class last semester, and we had to go around saying like what our experiences is. I had the most experience just because at that point I was only doing patch notes because it was back in February.
Yeah.
But like even with just that, I had the most experience out of everyone there. So like, granted,
and you only done 2 weeks of the show, I think.
Yeah, I'd only done 2 weeks of the show at that point. But like going along in that class and like being a part of more shows as the semester went on, I was like, oh, I wish we could go back around and say what we were doing, because it's like I was like,
no, but didn't you tell someone you were on a show with Rahul Kohli and they freaked out?
Oh yeah, I like to pull that ticket out every once in a while.
I think everybody likes to pull that ticket out every once in a while, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, it's just really cool just being able to say like, oh yeah, I did X, Y, and Z that one time. It's really cool. Be able to
Heck yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, being able to be like, hey Caesar, do you want to be on this episode with Xavier Woods or whatever else is just like a really nice.
By the way, I'm so happy with that episode. That's one of my funniest like experiences I've ever had with somebody. I had so many like great moments with Xavier Woods that we weren't even recording.
Yeah.
Beforehand, and he's such a nice person. He's the best.
Oh my gosh, heck yeah, he was incredible. Absolutely incredible.
Yeah, that was an episode that should not have ever happened, and that the fact that a stupid joke about Gino being more important
Greg Miller,
just that led to Greg getting me in touch with
thank you to Gino too, because Gino's done more for the channel than anybody realizes.
Yeah.
Oh my god, seriously.
That's so true.
Everything leading to that, being able to get in touch with Xavier and WWE to set that up was that was stressful. It's very stressful when Greg was like, hey, it's in your hands now. If you fuck it up, it's on you. I'm like, okay, shit. But
first ever official booking, kind of.
Yeah,
we had to go like
very
managers for that, right?
Yeah, I had to go through management. Yeah, I never talked to Xavier until he was on the call. It was all through the WWE's like gaming and marketing department, which is crazy.
Crazy cool.
But yeah, that was amazing. I still have 2 more things that we could do if you guys are down to keep going. Caesar, are you still good on time, or do you have to bounce?
I have like 2 minutes.
Okay.
I have to bounce because I have to set things up. But thank you for having me on, and thank you for Simply Sassy in general, like just as a whole. I mean, it
Can I
might
thank you for sharing
sound
Simply Sassy with
exaggerated,
me?
but like you guys have honestly changed my life. So I mean, you know.
McKenna, thank you for sharing Simply Sassy with me. You know.
Oh, thank you, Caesar, for being my partner and starting this channel.
Thank you
So
for giving
happy.
us a chance to be on the shows. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Gage, thank you for helping me create patch notes.
you're
I'm
welcome, Phil.
really glad we hired Caesar and McKenna to do that show for us.
Definitely. Thank you, Al, for overdubbing all of their audio. Great.
I got you.
Great at impersonating people. It's
Overdubbing
fantastic.
or dubbing over?
What's the difference?
Yes.
When you dub something too much, I guess it's overdubbing. I don't know.
Oh yeah, I guess that phrasing
Yeah,
definitely
'cause
that checks out.
it's still just a dub. It's still just a dub.
That's fair. Over here trying to out grammar me. I don't
Only
appreciate
double
it.
ever get. No.
We have a grammar tutor on our show. I want to make sure we're right. You know.
Listen, we didn't go over this in tutoring sessions. We talked about like grammar. We didn't go over the etiquette of dubbing, which we should. I should put stuff in that folder because I still have access to it, even though I don't go to that school anymore. But,
You should use the Simply Sassy podcast as examples of how not to speak. Like this is bad grammar. Like,
Yeah, that's
Would you like to know how to speak horribly, say things in all of the wrong ways? Then watch Simply Sassy, because we're.
Oh, but yeah,
good
now
at
I have to go too. So, but yeah, thank you all so much, all of you. Like McKenna said, you changed my life, and what a year, a few months for me, but what a year.
What a year.
Congrats, you guys, for making it this long and not getting canceled.
Somehow we'll figure that out later.
Miraculously,
we've tried.
It's gonna happen. It's
No,
gonna
I
happen.
know you've
sooner
tried.
than later.
I can tell. I've been on shows.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for everything.
Thank you
for all the
Absolutely,
opportunities.
thank you.
I can't wait to keep making more stuff with all of you, even the members that are not here.
Me too.
Catch you later.
I know the numbers aren't here. You don't have to tell it. Oh wait, you said members.
Phil. Damn, making it hurt even more. Jeez. Yeah, it's been great to be able to meet you, Caesar, and you, McKenna, through the show. So, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
And with that, I'm out.
Bye, Caesar.
Bye.
McKenna.
Go with the rest of the episode.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, now I just need to do a quick overlay fix. So, if you guys are down for it, the last things I wanted to do would be what the fuck? We could do that one more reaction to the last chance, but do it with the chat archive, just for the hell of it if you guys want.
I'm down.
Yeah.
And I know it's something we've talked about in the past on past shows, but I want to also just go over our inception, just how we all kind of came together and the
that's fun.
Birth of Simply Sassy.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Nice. If you would. Let's that one. Okay, overlays are somewhat better look. Oh, what the fuck? Now Al's all fucked up. Now I gotta fix that too. Shit. Wait, what? What's going on? Okay, there we go. Okay, Phil, I will send you the link because I have it saved.
Oh, good. Because I didn't know where in the world to find it.
I'm totally a Patreon producer. I totally didn't use someone else's link to find this. For the record, I have been a Patreon producer, but during the specific time when this episode came out, I was not. So, since they react to our content, I think legally we have a right to view it. So I'm just saying.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Shit, where is it? How far? There it is. It is towards the end. Link. Hopefully it still works. And last time I watched it with the chat archive, it was only a few months ago, so it should still be there. So I just DM'd it to you, Phil.
Okay. I'm checking that now.
I wasn't even aware YouTube did archived chats for their live streams. That's really cool.
Yeah. And I know the first time I watched it, it was just on the PlayStation YouTube app. So it didn't have that.
Right.
And then I think it was after the Tim episode, because I asked him on and I said, hey, is it cool if we break this out? And he was totally down for that. So I went back and watched it, and yeah, on the side, there's a little chat archive, and I was like, what the hell? So yeah, it was kind of cool being able to watch it again and see more people's live reactions that I hadn't seen before up to that point, just in chat form, and seeing names on there that now, months later, seeing some of these names, I'm like, oh, I know that person now. I've talked to that person. That person's been on the show. Things like that. So yeah, once you get there,
I'm there. I'm just gonna run to the restroom real quick if that's okay.
Yeah, I'll do the same.
Yeah, I'm in theater mode right now, so give me a second.
Yeah.
I'll get it all.
So chat will be up on the side right there, and I will I don't know, I will talk to hold everybody's attention.
I'll wait till Al gets back. I mean,
Or
I
you
won't
can
leave you
go
alone.
now, so you'll both be back around the same time. Phil.
Okay. All right. Okay. I'll be right back.
So I'll fill time. I'll fill time. Get it? Ha 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 ha. Thank you to everybody else out there watching that right now. Each and every week. So I was gonna go into the full Kind of Funny podcast intro, but most people won't know that unless they watch Kind of Funny stuff. So I'll just take a second to say thank you to everybody out there watching this. Thank you to everybody who's watched our content over the past year. Let me bring it up on my phone right now. I don't know if we mentioned it yet in the actual video when The Last Chance came out, because we didn't actually look at the date on the original video. We had our reaction to it, and of course we're seeing Kind of Funny's reaction to it, which this was only a couple days after. So it was June of 2020 when we released our first video, The Last Chance. We had been working on it for a month, I think. I'm sure we'll get more into that inception of the video itself and the channel once Al and Phil get back. But our 1 year anniversary would have been officially the day The Last Chance came out, when we first took to Twitter, we made the YouTube channel and launched it, and we're a thing. So it came out on June 16th. But it was the same day that this came out. Okay. So that date is accurate, June 16th, 2020. So it has been a year and 2.5 weeks at this point since the first video came out. And since then, we've done a lot of awesome stuff. Welcome back, Al.
Hey.
Launched a bunch of shows with the Sasscast, KFAF, sorry, not KFAF, Photoshop Challenge, don't sue us, Kind of Funny. Out of Our League, Game Sass, the PBX plays, the Pokemon stuff, all that stuff. So now everybody's back. Thank you guys all so much for watching over the past year. Hopefully a lot of cool stuff still coming in the future. Okay, I filled time. Now we're back. I didn't stop talking. It was weird. I'm not used to doing that. If people watch
shorter
the
and
show,
shorter and work up.
The last time I did it, I kind of regretted it, shaving the head, but then I kept it for like a year, and my wife finally told me to just grow it back out. Anyway, we'll talk about this
something Nick Scarpino has
and
called
more
us out on
fun
multiple
stuff
times.
on our post show. Of course, if you're a patron, stick around because
which is my
you're
favorite
gonna get
thing,
this
where it's like every
right
time he comes
now.
on, sorry, when Johnny Ace comes on too,
all right, we're in the
he
post
kind
show.
of he's like,
that worked.
You guys have a lot of
Do you
dead
have
silence on your
the,
shows sometimes too.
The video I sent earlier.
And then I watched Kind of
Okay,
Funny
there we go.
podcast, and there's so
So,
many
this
times
group
where they're just
called
all just
Simply
standing there for
Sassy.
3 seconds or something
Kind of Funny Best
before
Friends.
somebody
Group of Kind of Funny
finally
Best
goes.
Friends. made this
Okay,
video.
next topic.
It's 6 minutes. We're gonna
great.
watch it. It's fantastic. And
let's
Nick,
see. Let me bring.
strap in.
Can you pause
You're
it real
about to
quick
get
pause it
fucking
for 1 second?
roasted.
Oh god damn it!
I'm grabbing a beer.
Why me? Why did they make me?
Oh man, this is gonna be so much fun.
For so everybody knows, I'm not okay with it.
What are we gonna
We're in a
cover?
crazy echo.
I need to. Oh shit.
Kevin, it's echoing.
Sorry, I'm trying to fix it.
I'm gonna
That
turn the
sounds like
volume up.
me. That's totally me. All the
I don't agree
fucking
with
time.
any of this, Nick.
It's
I'm
like,
on
hey,
your
this
side.
is going on. Sorry, guys.
Okay,
Try to
thank
fix
you.
it. Hold on.
But I'll probably,
Yeah,
but
he
I'll,
doesn't know, dude.
I'll probably laugh though.
God, I hope we get Kevin on one of these days.
It's muted.
I'm working on it. I'm working on getting
I know,
Kevin. He's
I
just
know.
been super busy.
Of course he has.
There you go.
Okay. Here it is.
Oh Christ.
I think I can see your butthole.
Can you see my butthole?
Kinda.
Can you see my back lips?
It's never not funny.
Give the kids what they want, man. Already amazing. This is already
I remember
amazing.
Grandpa talking about the old Pinot. On
Echo Chloe. Oh boy.
Wow.
For someone that decrepit, you really shouldn't have been able to move that way.
I wonder if Demetrius had already seen it at this point because he says this is awesome. LOL.
He's wearing an Andy shirt.
Maybe.
Before they started it.
Most influential players of all
So funny. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's seen
Pretty
it.
impressive how active he's still able to be. Given
Shout out to Gifted Dim on
Yeah.
Twitter.
the golden touch.
Him
How can
and
you have a
Ree
golden
are
touch?
Pretty
awesome.
Game Jumper X. LOL. Joaquin Ramiro. A true man.
Hey, Nick.
Ali Haji. LMAO. Mike L. Haha.
Huh. What can I do for you?
Ashley J. OMG. What is this? LOL.
15% chance of winning the NBA. Uh-huh.
Probably very accurate response reaction.
You're not wrong.
Fox dive.
So I was telling
I mean,
the
to be fair,
viewers.
it only matters to us.
Yeah, I was telling the viewers when you guys were gone. I looked it up just to clarify because I couldn't remember the actual day. But this is the same day that it came out, June 16th.
Wow.
So they watched it on day one,
This
which is
same day.
awesome.
I love this so much. LMAO from Dim.
Work out when you get older. It hurts. You're
Oh
worried
my
about
God.
falling. Maybe you don't have friends around anymore to work out with.
It's still so good. Even though we
argue
just
with the
watched it like an
results.
hour ago, it's still so good.
He's by far the oldest person
Mike L. Haha. OMG.
pushing himself to stay active.
God, some of these shots, man, so good. They made this doc for us. Let's be honest.
He has to push himself to his breaking point. And remember, he's 91 years old.
Much of the aging-related decline in physical
Oh my
function
God, this is amazing.
similar to what we observe from astronauts when they come down from extended space flight.
Like your muscles start.
Game Jumper X. OMG.
and
LOL.
wasting away.
I'm just reading all these in case people can't read them.
I work
in
with
the
this guy. His
stream.
name's Nick Scarpino, right? He's a
Ali Haji. OMG. They're dragging Nick.
Gosh, I mean,
Echo Chloe, it hurts to laugh,
everyone
please.
probably thought, "Ooh,
Ali Haji. Ha 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 ha.
so great.
Alex
The
Beeson, all
regardless
so
of
good.
Size, age, what an extraordinary, exciting potential opportunity. It is physically demanding, playing that.
Okay.
Very, very much so. Very much so. Yeah, because
This is so good.
and then it's like, what am I passionate enough?
Is that
about?
Alex O'Neill by any chance, or is that a different Alex?
Sure.
I don't know.
Death.
6'3", I was one of the smallest players in the NBA.
6'3".
Ladies and gentlemen, Nick. And I thought, how does a guy this short play basketball? I mean, 5'3", how did they even let him in?
Yeah, we got a better chance of winning the lottery.
LOL, Jim, goddammit, says Lexi
Probably
G.
60, 70 years old. And back in his day,
Ali Haji,
but-
Jesus,
but
LOL.
Father Time has caught up with him.
I'm just
Father
worried
Time
about
is caught up.
this. What does this fucking guy want with the NBA? I say go back to the retirement home, Grandpa. If he were my grandfather, I wouldn't want him leaving the house. Doesn't make sense. I am just worried about him. He's unwell. I don't know if being on the court's the best.
Maybe later on, if I
idea
can,
for
I'll
him
try
right
to.
now.
I'll grab the original takes I had
had
for this, and I'll send them to the
Even
group
though
chat
he
so you
has
guys can see how
no
bad some of them
talent
were.
whatsoever.
Oh, that would be amazing.
So I have
Joaquin
like
Ramiro, so good. Ha ha ha.
it's like
Making an NBA, you need to
almost
wake up
4
right now.
minutes
Excuse me?
of just me
Wake up.
just going after Nick.
Hitting on Nick.
Oh, dude. Times where, like, at the end, I'll say something and I'll start laughing because I'm like, that's too mean. I gotta cut and retry that.
Game Jumper X and Ali Haji, LOL and LMAO. Last dance, Owen's last dance.
God damn it, Henry. Why did you have to put him in there? Trigger.
Oh my god, it's so amazing.
Anthony Corbet, it was me for like 0.5 seconds.
My gosh.
Fucker.
I am from KFL footage of it.
You did me like that. Oh, man.
This is the KFAF payback special, man.
No.
Alec Baldwin looked so pissed.
KFAF is the KFAF payback special. Fucking
But these
degenerate.
are all the people that you roast on KFAF.
They wrote me back. Ben always makes me the fucking old person.
It's all about a fake me.
Game Jumper X looks at his watch. Chance Carter, I feel like I'm owed some sort of royalties for the name.
That's funny.
Nick, are you still there? Do you know how hard it is to hide in a cardboard box while on a mission? Nick?
God, it's so unreal to think this was a year ago.
That's the best impersonation I've ever heard.
Stop calling me. So funny. Every time he says my name, I look down. I'm like, what? What's up, Andy?
This is definitely gonna get us thrown in jail.
P.S. Wee Woo.
That's so good.
Oh man!
Now, here, you guys don't watch KFAF every week, so you think this is
All right,
hot.
we can turn this part down a little bit.
But... Me every
oh my god!
That was great! Wow, bravo! That was amazing. So freaking good.
That was best.
It's so cool to actually be able to see people react.
But it's not Kevin anymore. They moved on to me.
Because we don't have like a ton of comments on that video. Really, we don't get a lot of feedback comments at all. But
There is nothing that I love more.
so this is kind of cool to see.
Anything I've had a part of in my life has led to inspire.
Yeah, I was really happy when I saw that I could watch this, and I just watched the chat the whole time, just seeing people's reactions to it. I'm like, oh, it's so good, and it is so cool.
Demetrius Duell, so freaking good. Lexi G, so great. Anthony Corbet, so good with a little smiley face.
Seeing Andy
Mike L, hilarious. Jameson S, incredible.
But it was so funny.
Do you remember when
so
Greg did that
amazing.
interview? And
also Tim's excitement for the existence of this little video is very heartwarming.
What do you think the chances are that we could get Nick in this and watch it one more time with a reaction with Nick?
I wonder.
I would love that.
Discord.
I
I
wonder.
think he's a fucking alien from another
Wait, hold
planet.
on.
I highly doubt it. I don't even know.
I
if
know
he's,
it's so.
I don't think he's online. Tim is idle.
Let me see if I can DM Nick real quick. This would be insane if we could get him.
Are we back?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize.
Are you able to DM Tim as well? If not, I can just do it on Discord. See if maybe.
So people have context.
I don't have a DM open with Tim. He's like the one member of Kind of Funny that I don't have a DM open
That would be
with.
fucking awesome. Let me
Which is
message
like
him real quick and just see.
dumbest thing you could possibly do in an interview. It's so unbelievably inappropriate. And then like he thinks it's hilarious because of course it's gonna be. It terrifies me that like the stupid shit
I
that
just
comes
love
out
how
now
the
that
video
is
has
clearly obviously a
disappeared.
joke gets back to this person. But
Boost
there's some
love audio.
twisted part of Greg that knows that hopes I
Great.
think that this will ruin me. And I
Okay.
think. You know what I mean? Like, there's always that part of Greg where you're
Al,
not
full
fully
time.
sure if he's a psychopath.
I was there, and it was
Fill time, Al. Give us all the time.
really funny.
Let's see.
Talk about how awesome Kevin is.
Second of all,
Kevin is great. Kevin is fantastic.
you know what I mean?
He recommended that I watch Ozark, and I have yet to do that. So I'm definitely going to be doing that because I promised him I'd do that.
Mary, you know?
I don't know if you guys have seen Ozark.
I haven't
The
seen it
Ozarks.
myself yet.
Was that on
Ozark.
Ben's YouTube channel?
Simply Sassy.
Yeah, that's something that's
which seems
that
to
I'm
be a
definitely gonna have to do. It's on my list.
collaboration effort between 10 people making weird and wonderful things with a touch of sass. Follow us to keep up to date at Simply Sassy Vids on Twitter if you want more of that.
So here's what I'm saying in order to be a good sport. Here's what I'll say. Ben, do me a favor. Take that video and
shove it up your ass.
Delete it and then never make that again.
God, I just love Nick's. It's just his whole
Jason
reaction is so fucking good.
in chat says he pretends to be a gorilla professionally, said Nick about Andy Serkis. The thing is, you're scared of it, but you keep talking shit.
Oh my gosh.
Because it's so funny. Come on, listen.
No,
Listen, Andy.
I just
Shut
love
up,
how he calls us
listen.
degenerates like
These people
so
are
many
paid a lot
times.
of money to be
Oh my
actors,
god.
and they're gonna take a little bit from me every once in a while.
Oh.
I'm gonna take a little bit off the top every once in a while. From them,
Okay.
you know.
But yeah, I think we should definitely get started on that Andy project.
Okay, he does a good.
Didn't we kind of hit him with Ambelina? We did. So
Yeah.
there's that.
Yeah, I know. We've had.
What a show!
It's weird kind of getting inside baseball and some of the stuff we've done. We've had a lot of ideas for.
I feel good. That was
great
cool.
show.
For Andy.
I mean, there's definitely some stuff for everybody except for Joey and Kevin. I mean, our entire life is bagging on Kevin with milk mommies, so I feel bad if we made a video.
True.
Until then, it's been.
I mean, to be fair, the Ambelina one was kind of that as well because there were so many milk mommy faces in it that
Oh my
we
God,
kind of got
right.
him there too.
I know him definitely more than others for sure.
Yeah, even the excuse me. The Rimothy Gettys thing, that was an idea long before I actually cut that trailer together. I think we started talking about that shortly after The Last Chance. That was one of the ideas that got pitched around. And then, well, it was a little bit after that because it was the wait, no, that was 2019's Extra Life because they were still in the studio. So we already had all the footage. So yeah, it was pretty quickly after The Last Chance came out. We started talking about that and then nothing ever happened. I think we went like a month or so without doing anything. And it wasn't until I pestered everybody enough about the Sasscast that we finally started doing it.
Right. I'm so glad you did.
Me too.
I'm pretty sure I can speak for the rest of the crew when I say they all are very glad you did.
100%.
It was. I mean, I guess we can kind of, while we wait on a response for Nick and Tim, if we do get one. If not, no worries.
I mean, he's seen. To be honest, he's seen the message. So
just wait
he's
until
seen it.
You check again and it says this individual has blocked you.
Well, that wouldn't be surprising if I'm being honest.
But I guess we can kind of reflect back on the whole start of everything, if you guys want to.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because it was, the whole journey has been super weird for me personally. I don't want to speak for everybody, but like I was never a vocal member of the community. I was very much in the back seat. Never really posted on the Reddit. I didn't really interact on Twitter that much with people. So it was like I had like a few minor interactions with Tim or Kevin or Nick. Just they'll post something and I'll say, hey, that's funny or whatever. Or I posted a photo when I got a bunch of Kind of Funny merch at one point in time, and like Greg retweeted it and that was awesome. But that was it.
That's cool.
That was the extent of the interaction. But for me, I think I talked about this in the thank you episode, or maybe it was in the We've Got Mail episode I was in. But every single one of you guys were names that I'd heard in the community so many times. So it was like you guys were almost like that community level royalty, where whenever I hear, oh, Matt Ferguson, Philip J. Woodward, Al Tribesman, I hear these names like every single week. They're the people that are in the Photoshop challenges, they're Patreon producers, whatnot. So that's just who you guys were. And
I'm gonna tell you right now, I thank you from like the bottom of my heart for being considered part of the Matt Ferguson, Ben Please Be Excited, and Al Tribesman ring, but like Jesus, I mean, like, whoa.
But I should be thanking you, Gage. I'm nowhere near as talented as these three artists, these phenomenal artists that you just mentioned.
Well, you're talented in other ways, like financially.
Yo.
But no,
I mean, it ain't about his financials that he's talented with. You know what I'm saying?
But it was just the fact that it's like Patreon producer every single month. It was Al the Predator Tribesman. So I heard that name week after week after week.
Oh.
And then the Predator stream happened, and it's like, oh shit, that's Al Tribesman. That's the guy that I've been hearing his name for months. So it's like you're on stream playing a game with Kind of Funny, which took you up even another kind of notch at that point. So when like Largent, who founding member of the group, my best friend since the 3rd grade, he talked to Ben a couple times because of the Photoshop challenges. Like, hey, dude, these are super funny. Good job. They wound up playing Borderlands together at some point. And one day, Largent was just like, hey, here's a tweet from Ben. Him and Kumail are looking for 2 more people in Warzone. Do you want to play? I was like, fuck yeah, I ain't working right now. It's March of 2020. I'm just recently left my job, so I got plenty of time. Let's do this. And, hey, Caesar's back.
I'm sorry to interrupt real quick, Gage. Yeah. I was reading the chat again for the thing that we're showing, and Simply Sassy Vids is only following Nick on Twitter. LOL. back when we were only following
the good
him.
Old days.
It's amazing that someone noticed that.
I thought that was a great call out. Yeah, that was Game Jumper X. Jasic, he pretends to be a gorilla professionally. Great show, y'all. LOL. This is a great time, guys. GG boys. Later, everybody. Great show. Bye bye, everyone. But I just thought that I had to call out the Simply Sassy Vids is only following Nick on Twitter because that was just a dumb joke that we had. And yeah, I'm so happy that somebody.
I didn't realize you guys are still recording. Sorry. Bye.
No, you're good.
You're good, Caesar.
You can chill. You can hang out.
Oh, he's good.
Or not.
Where was I?
I don't know. That was the like rock star interruption we needed. You know?
Yeah.
Oh, Largent told you if you wanted to join Ben and Kumail.
So yeah, I got to meet Kumail, and then Ben jumped on, and we played Warzone together. Like that was it. So it was just, oh, holy shit!
That was the OG crew.
Yeah, this is Ben. Please be excited. This is Kumail H. Oh, I know these names. So meeting them and playing Warzone, I was like, oh, this is awesome. That's it. Didn't think anything of it. It's just, oh, that's cool. Maybe we'll play again sometime. And then I don't remember the exact order that it happened, but pretty sure it was Ben who started the group chat with everybody. And it's like we were all added, and then all of a sudden just these names started popping up where it's like Philip J. Woodward has been added. I'm like, what the fuck? Philip J. What? Like Robin GL, Al Tribes, and every single time somebody jumped in, I saw that name. I was like, these are like the cool kids at school, and I feel like I'm in the wrong group. Like that's what it felt like. It felt like it was the cool kid group. So
you're the coolest of kids, Gage.
100%.
Thank you. I appreciate that a lot. So yeah, that was a very surreal thing. And then that was just kind of it. We started playing games together for a month or so, 2 months before we started actually talking about content. It was just, hey, we're just playing Warzone. That's it. We're playing Predator Hunting Grounds and Ultimate Chicken Horse and just hanging out and getting to know each other and becoming friends.
Huge shout out to you, Phil, for giving me that crash course in Predator Hunting Grounds before that stream, because that was amazing. I remember it was somewhere around 24 hours. Like it was a whole day, a couple of days actually, if I'm not mistaken. It was just me and you playing that game, trying to.
Oh, hello.
Hey,
Mark. How are you doing, Mark? What an awesome person to have on our anniversary episode.
Hell yes.
I just wanted to pop in and say thank you very much for all of the entertainment and the fun that you brought. I always look forward to your videos posting and love watching them. So thank you very much for all the entertainment that you've provided me in this last year. It's been fantastic, and great job keeping up the Photoshop challenge, etc. You know, holding that torch for a little while KF weren't doing it. So it gave a lot. Helps boost up the artists in the community, etc. Including
we'll be back if they
some
ever
of you guys, etc.
Yeah, right.
Yes, so thank you very much. But England are playing, so I will love you and leave you. I just wondered how it's our time. I just saw it, so I just thought I'd pop in and say thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you for the support. Has to be said. Thank you for the support.
You've been
Thank you so
amazing.
much.
No worries. Thank you.
All right. Take care.
Oh, that was so cool. What a
Mark is
cool. That's like
awesome.
what a great pop in for an anniversary episode.
Oh, definitely.
Absolutely.
Honestly, he's one of the people I was hoping would see that. Like, if anybody could see it, I was really hoping Mark would, just because it's been a long time coming to have him on something. So I'm excited he was able to hop in and actually be able to talk to him. And
real quick, I want to show this video off. Speaking of Al the Predator Tribesman, I don't know why this isn't on Simply Sassy, but
is it the?
Yeah.
This was pre Simply Sassy, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I don't think
this doesn't belong here.
No, I think this was shortly after.
Yeah, I think it was after, because it was definitely after The Last Chance, because it was post or right around the same time.
No. You have your timeline messed up. This was before I was in the group. This was before Simply Sassy became Simply Sassy. I can guarantee that.
Wait, was Predator Hunting Grounds before The Last Chance?
Yes.
Oh, okay. That's why my timeline is messed up.
Okay, yeah.
That's why my timeline is all wonky.
Go ahead.
That's funny.
Go ahead and hit play.
I just want to watch this. Then we can go back to talking about Predator Hunting Grounds.
Right. Yeah. This is. Yeah. This isn't what I thought it was. Sorry. But yes, this is great.
Weekly basis. We have a great show planned for you guys today. Before we get started, of
Oh,
course,
so was the stream. The stream was also pre Simply Sassy, the KF stream.
Let me try it again.
Okay. Yeah, my timeline was messed up then. I just love you guys so much, you know?
This video was great.
Love you too, Bill.
This was so freaking good when it came out.
Thank you. You're far too kind, Gage. I don't know what I was thinking when I decided to do this, but I like the stars have aligned and I could not do something about it, so.
We're so dumb. That's how I feel every day.
Predator!
Whoa. Oh shit!
Nick! Whoa.
Oh what? Whoa.
Is this a VR game?
Hunt begins.
I miss Fran.
Phonic, okay.
Oh yeah.
So good.
This is based on true events. Like, this actually happened. I went online onto Amazon and fucking bought a Predator
I know
mask.
that. How do we get from Al Tribesman to Predator?
Because the tribesman's the hunt man.
I just love that explanation. It's so bad.
I think maybe
man.
Huntsman is a character in Predator, and tribesman is close enough to that. I guess.
Kill Nick. What's up, buddy? Hey, nothing. You're on Kind of Funny Games Daily. How are you?
Oh, good, man. Good.
So question, I don't understand this reference anymore, but I know you call Patreon producer Al Tribesman the Predator, and then you do the Predator noise. Why? Yeah.
Because he started off as him being the lone tribesman, and then we called him the hunter, and then of course, what's cooler than a hunter, Greg?
The Predator.
Predator.
Exactly. Okay, well, that actually makes perfect sense when you think about it like that.
Al Tribesman.
It's so good.
Twitter, Twitch. Oh, it's so good. Okay, sorry about that. I had to play that because it makes me happy every time I watch it.
So good. Yeah, that would
be. Is there another one that you made with the Predator mask? Or is that the only one?
No, this is the only one. I did have the Predator mask with me during the stream, though, as a joke.
Oh, okay. That's what I'm thinking of. That's what I'm thinking.
Oh, Greg also played this before the stream, like at the beginning of the stream. That might be what you were thinking of.
Yeah. Okay. So besides that, you were talking about the prep for the hunting ground stream.
Oh, right. That was like one of our first ever interactions. Yeah. That was amazing. That was our first time ever playing together, me and you, Phil. That was amazing. I had a blast.
That was a lot of fun. We need to get back to that game for sure. Just to reminisce.
Gage was just saying we should, so yeah.
Definitely.
I'll take that as a sign.
I also have Hunt Showdown installed.
Yeah, I don't have that game, so.
You'd love that game, Gage.
I know.
It's
I probably would.
It's the right amount of shitty and the right amount of fun.
Yep. Just enough for you to both simultaneously praise it and complain about it.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair. It always looked interesting, but there's already so many of those PvP games that I don't play, that it's like I don't know if I'd actually do it.
Sure.
Maybe one day though.
Maybe one day.
Maybe one day. So yeah.
But yeah.
Simply Sassy. What it would have been April, May. Because that video was posted in April. But
I want to say March is when we started talking about this.
Well, no, because I didn't meet you until after that stream. So I think I feel like it was earlier than when I met Ben and Kumail, but I don't think it was that long until I met everybody else. But I'm pretty sure I'd already seen that stream before you were added to the group. So I think it must have been May of last year. Huh. It does seem later than I remember it being.
Have you guys seen the new Platinum Rewards tier print for this month for Kind of Funny?
I don't think so.
Hang on. What? It says this month's Patreon Platinum print is, well, ever imagine what the guys as anime girl, or ever imagine the guys as anime girls? Well, now you don't have to.
Huh.
So this is probably Kevin, right? But if I had to guess,
I don't even see your cursor.
Oh, okay.
I don't
well,
know how I feel about this.
Bottom left must be bottom left must be Kevin, is what I'm thinking.
Where's Nick then?
I don't know. They all have too much hair to be Nick.
Ooh. Damn. Cool.
It's
art style, though.
interesting.
Like it's well done.
Oh, I mean, the art
well
is great. I especially love the background and the clouds and everything. But this is a really interesting Platinum Rewards tier that I didn't ever think we'd see. It's not something I ever wanted to imagine either.
Yeah. That is interesting.
Anyway, thought that was something.
Screencast, if you guys
just thought that was something. Just gonna go back to playing Game Sass in the background now.
Cool. So, back to the start of things. Yeah, it would have been. Wow, that stream video totally messes up my timeline. But yeah, it must have been May then that we really started to hang out more and play video games and shit. But it was like
interesting.
I said,
The stream was May 9th, Gage. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. So we whipped up the last chance pretty quick then. I feel like it took a little bit longer than that, but yeah, about a month then.
It was just Ben, please be excited, being like, hey, I have this idea. And like everyone kind of coming together to be like, oh, it'd be really cool if we did this, or what if we could do that? And then there were some of us that were just like, I don't know, how can I help? How can I help? I want to do a thing. And the Solid Snake bit was actually kind of a weird accident. Because it was like, you know, what can I do to this? And we were playing video games, and Ben would be like, are you doing a Solid Snake impression, Phil? And I'd be like, no, this is just what I sound like when I'm trying to be quiet and not trying to wake up my wife. And he was like, you sound oddly like Solid Snake. And I'm like, I guess I could do it more like this and actually sound like him. And so we just started messing around with the idea of doing it.
Wait, did you not have the snake before that?
I mean, I always loved referencing Metal Gear Solid and doing like a kind of passing joke version of David Hayter, but it was never something where I was like, oh, I have a great Snake impression. Like, it was literally bred out of the playing video games with all you guys and The Last Chance. That's where all of that came together.
That's amazing. That
Never
makes it more epic.
Never before that moment had I done anything like other than like referencing Metal Gear sometimes. Like, does love truly bloom on the battlefield? You know, like just stuff like that. I had never actually done any work as Snake at that point. It was literally just because Ben was like, hey, you sound like Solid Snake. And then I did a silly, I think I did a silly video where I did something as Snake, and then it kind of spitballed from there of like, oh, we should do something like that for The Last Chance. And I was like, okay, what if we did something like this? And then I did like a sample and then went from there.
I have a hazy memory of what you're describing. I think it was like a Twitter video or something.
Yeah. So if Twitter had a video section, I would click it, but it doesn't. And it might even have been something I didn't even post. It might have been just something I sent to you guys in the DMs, which would be long gone probably by now for most of us. We jokingly leave the group every once in a while.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone's been in there for the entirety of our conversations in there anymore.
You have to at some point in time because there's so much going on that it just seems like the Twitter app can't handle it, and it just starts freaking out. So half the time it's like, hey, I'm gonna leave. Can you guys re-add me? Because it's just
re-add me real quick.
It doesn't
Thanks.
work half the time.
Yeah, 100%. And yeah, so the whole persona of the kind of funny best friend, hey, I just want to say you're pretty good, all came out of Simply Sassy and us just being goofs and whatnot.
Which makes it even more fitting, Phil.
Right. And yeah, so the whole idea of doing the whole "You're Pretty Good" actually came out of watching David Hayter do. It was Matt, Ben, and I, and we went on to what's that website where you can just like hire people to leave you a message or something?
Cameo.
Yeah, Cameo. And David Hayter was on there, and Matt was just playing those videos through his headset while we were playing games. Because of my joke Snake voice. And so he'd be like, yeah, I just want you to stay safe out there. Remember to bring a cardboard box and that you're pretty good. And so it was just him doing stuff like that. And that's what kind of, started the joke of the whole "you're pretty good" thing.
Nice.
So
it's awesome.
Wacky, wild. Man, that red line in The Last Chance. That was so many dumb frames of animation for that silly little line.
It was one of the hardest things we had to do in that.
Yeah. I mean, there's something really that a lot of people don't notice in that video. Let me actually bring it up real quick. Now that we're talking about it, just use this one. So actually, you know what? I'm gonna go to the original version. Yeah, there's a couple shots in there that were like insanely hard. Besides your technical shots where you were like, so if for those who don't know, Al the Predator Tribesman is the stand-in for Nick. For all those shots where it's like Nick's back or Nick smoking a cigar or that awesome shot with the light coming down, that's all Al.
They're just recreations of actual shots in the trailer,
right?
Like
from The Last Dance, yeah, and they're beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. So this right here, this KFAF archives.
Oh yes,
definitely not an easy tracking shot. I know it's super short; it's only like a second long, and you can kind of see it moving around in the shot. But that was definitely one of the harder effects to kind of do for us in our like random laptops and not having access to like Premiere software and tracking technology.
Yeah, it's weird looking back on it now because I think at that point I already had my video editing software that's capable of doing that sort of thing, and never even occurred to me that, oh, I could be of help. I was just like, good luck with this, guys. I'll record my videos eventually. And then that was it.
And then I think I made this background for these shots. And I just made the like animation kind of flicker effect. I'm
that also took much longer than it should have.
What's
just
that?
being the animated background for these text
right?
title cards.
Yeah. For as simple and silly as it is. I know. And then the KFSN, that I'm pretty sure that was Robin that made that. I'm pretty sure. But I'm not 100% sure.
That's
Robin,
possible.
if you could leave a comment, please. As if he's going to watch this 4-hour video we're doing.
Oh, jeez. I hope it's not 4 hours long. That means we got an hour and a half to go.
Oh, is that all? Is that all?
It's only been 2.5 hours. How late is it for you, Al? I should ask before we drag this out too much
It's
longer.
exactly 11 p.m. We're good. It's not that late.
Okay.
All right. So
Saw
this
you
right
yawning,
here.
So I don't want to keep you up too late since you're.
This stupid
No, I can't
red
help it,
line.
like this. Don't worry about it. This stupid red line. Yes.
Okay, let's watch this real quick.
That is a practical animation effect. We didn't use like dum-dums. We didn't use like some sort of program to just render out a red line or like find like a red line on the internet. Nah, I decided to hand make this dumb red line frame by frame, and I'll never know why I decided to do this. I mean, I knew
you
Al
didn't do it
needed
for the other part. You didn't do it for the second time it happens, which threw me off. So, yeah. So I had to mask it with a black thing and then like redo exactly what you did, but very differently in a different kind of program.
Really?
So there are two versions of that stupid line.
That's awesome.
Oh my god.
That's so good. Looks great though. Both of them look great, so you can't really complain.
We thought about animating this, but after how long all the other animations took, we just decided to like chill out.
Yeah.
But we thought about it.
Even like the part coming up with the Nick face on Andy, just like the frame by frame face replacement of that shot. It's like
that was crazy
and just insane.
Trying to find it. It's
towards right around here. Yeah.
Right here, yeah. And you can tell like Nick's face is so much sharper than Andy's body.
Yeah.
So
and it's not always perfectly synced up because it is literally
frame by
there's
frame.
a frame, put his face on, export that image. Here's another frame, put his face on it, export.
I would love to see this now because Ben's gotten so much better with like, I mean, if you look at the Ambelina video where he's like literally got milk mommies on stuff, like it's definitely cool. Okay, so this is the one you're talking about, Al?
The second line.
Yeah, this was my version of it. Like I tried to do the thing because I didn't know how to.
It looks real similar. Are you sure?
It does look very similar.
It's got like the same animation pattern as the old one.
Either way, it looks
I
great.
don't know. Either you did an amazing job replicating it, or because I thought I sent it to you as like an animated like video, so you could just pop it
that's
on
right.
top of
That's
it.
right. That's right. So that's both yours. Okay, they're both yours because there was a line in the original. It was like a full video that Ben sent that had the text and the countdown and everything in it. And I couldn't put that in the second one, so I needed the line sort of isolated so I can put it in both. And that's okay.
Yeah, because I remember you asked me if I could do a line for you.
Right.
Sure.
Do a line for me.
Hey,
a Scarpino joke
to all our party boys out there. And then there's a small animation in here which was kind of fun. Now that shot there was like an actual cut from the trailer, right? Or did you do that one as well?
Which one?
Right there?
No, this is all I redid this because that one has the ESPN logo in it, and it wouldn't match up with the font. But I used a lot of like transition.
I know
effects
I
like
didn't make that background. But yeah, pretty great. I love Kumail here. So good. And then yeah, so there's one more animation where we change from Nick to Ace. Another very short animation. Where there it goes, right there, the little static effect. But yeah, a lot of fun. So much fun little things. I'd love to see the remastered version in 10 years if we're still all around.
Yeah. I would love to see episode 3 of Game Sass in 10 years. If that ever happens.
All right.
So,
what's that? I don't know what to put on now.
I'm curious of your guys' perspectives on the start of everything. If you guys remember, I don't know if you do or not, whether or not you remember the
intros.
Yeah, it's a good intro. Whoever made it's really fucking talented.
Oh, real quick, I'm gonna spoil. I'm not sorry to cut you off. I don't want to spoil this, since like I don't know if you guys are gonna watch it or when you're gonna watch it. I do want to just do this real quick. Yeah.
Herman, release the date.
Ashley Birch, though.
When it's ready. When it's done.
Amazing.
All right.
Next community question is also. We're just gonna go down the list here. So we already answered this.
That
Ben
looks trippy.
asks, what was it like?
Now I've got this like full screen.
We kind of went into that
Slightly. Yeah.
He also
so
asks,
it's playing the same background as the background of this episode. So it's this
that's
weird
funny. Asking for a friend.
Like light refraction effect. That's sick.
That's true.
Oh, that I don't have an answer for. I don't think I'm awesome. So thanks, man.
Yo, you are definitely awesome.
Thank you.
You're definitely out of our league.
That's great. That is so good.
It's only good unless they say the title. Oh my god.
Of course, then we talk about it right here. But yeah,
I fucking love that. That was
That's
amazing.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Shit.
Part of me wishes. Oh yeah, heck yeah,
definitely.
Part of me wishes that we would have not talked about it and talked about it afterwards, because then it would have been a nice like piece. But we do talk about doing it like the Invincible intro.
Part of me's kind of jealous that she does more editing on these videos than I do. Apparently. That was awesome.
Great.
That was so good.
So what we were talking about, or what I imagined was just doing the flash of the like how it kind of flashes and then says out of our league, kind of like how the Invincible logo pops up during the Invincible episodes.
Yeah, halfway through.
Just cutting off where Caesar says out of our league, and then because you see it. But I actually like the way it ended up playing out on here, because A, it's more us, and B, it's still rad.
Yeah, that's awesome. That was so good.
It makes me sad that only a few people will see it, but
Phil, you should be used to it by now, okay? Because only a few people watch any of our stuff. So.
Hey, I will say though, it'd be really funny if we started every episode on like a cold open and just started talking.
That was one of our main ideas. Really funny.
Cold open, or really funny. I'd love to be cold open,
Jesus, Phil.
So anyway, sorry. So anyway, and have it be like where we start, hey, this is out of our league, and then the intro is kind of starting over it, and whenever you hit that out of our league moment is when the intro pops up.
Yeah,
be kind of cool.
For episodes upon episodes, I've been like, you know what? I'm just gonna hit record when the person, like, right when I'm in, I'm gonna start recording, and then like we'll let them know when it first starts, and we're like, hey, by the way, we are recording already, and then eventually I can go through and I can edit it out, like the beginning out, start the episode normally, and then I could tack on good stuff at the end, and then I don't.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah, but we've also had a lot of amazing moments before episodes that are
don't end up happening,
gone.
even though we
Like
even though we want to like bring it back. Or
15-minute rant I had with Mike Bithell about trophies that we were like, okay, we'll save it for the episode. And then like before we even start, you start talking about Dead to Rights and you start going into that and it's like, nope, save it for the all this awesome stuff that never sees the light of day because it's never recorded.
You talked to Bithell about Dead to Rights?
Yeah, he worked on it.
We didn't get very far though.
We actually didn't make it in the episode.
No, it was before the episode, but then we never actually got a chance to bring that up during the episode.
Bring it back up, yeah.
He was short.
Yeah,
on
because
time.
I made the unfortunate mistake of bringing it up before the episode.
Yeah,
I'm like,
we're still learning. We're figuring shit out.
Well, you know, I plan on getting him back on the show at some point in time. I've been in on and off contact with him since then. He still seems very, he hasn't blocked me, so that's good news. He still seems like he had a good time and he does want to come back on at some point. I just want it to be, for him to make time out of his busy schedule. I want it to be like, hey, we want you to come on, when Solitaire Conspiracy finally comes to PlayStation, I'll reach out to him again and be like, hey, you want to come on the show? Do it that way, because that way he'll also have something that we can help kind of promote to a small audience, but a dedicated one. Something I'm very excited to play finally, since I don't really play games on PC. I'm excited to give that a shot. So hopefully we'll see Mike Bithell back on the show at some point. Hopefully we'll see most of these people back on the show at some point. I would love to have repeat guests at some point. But it's a lot of fun meeting new people at the same time. So it's kind of this weird balance of like, I want to talk to these people again, but I also want to meet more people. So if you've been on the show before, we do want you back on. Trust me, we do. It's just, scheduling, stuff like that. Okay, back on track. I want to hear from you guys. What, Phil?
Real
You gonna
quick.
interrupt me again?
yeah,
Again?
I'm gonna interrupt. Yeah,
God damn
yep. Nick says, "LOL, that sounds fun, but I'm out and about running errands. Tell the boys I said hi."
Aw.
So hi. From Nick.
We love you, Nick.
Was that worth
Love
the
you,
interruption, Gage?
Yes, that was.
Yes, 100 times yes.
I don't know how much different your guys' stories will be. Probably a bit different. Like I said, my thing was like you guys were the cool kids and I got invited to the club, which was awesome. But I just want to kind of hear your guys' experience with the start of, how did you guys meet people in the group and then your experience getting into the group and then starting all this?
So I can actually say right off. So I started doing the KFAF Photoshop Challenge back in July of 2019. And shortly after watching, a bunch of the KFAF episodes and catching up on the Photoshop challenges and being like, I really want to do this, I decided to start submitting to the show. And the first entry that I sent in ended up making the show. And like from that moment, I was just hooked. I was hooked on throwing entries in and was there like every week submitting entries. And I learned, Josh and Robin and Ben and Matt, and I started DMing them, being like, hey, I love the work that you guys do. You guys are awesome. Hey, thanks for the follow back, whatever. So Matt, Ben, and I started talking quite a bit on, oh, hey, we should do a collab sometime. Oh, God, I love your work. This is awesome. Matt would start being like, hey, how does this look? Is there anything I can do better? And I'd send him, my thing, be like, hey, this is what I'm working on right now. And so it like kind of became this collaborative thing of just kind of checking out each other's ideas and having a lot of fun. And then COVID obviously happened a few months later, about 8 or 9 months later. And it was more of like I had more time. So I started, hanging out more. And then Ben started, like inviting me on to like PlayStation and hanging out with everybody, like pretty much like you were saying earlier. And then I think did I start the group chat where I just threw us all into the group chat together and then started adding people over time? I can't remember because I feel like it started out as a small group. Someone else might have started the group chat, but I started adding people to the group chat because I was like, oh, these people would be really fun to play games with. And I added Josh, and then I added Robin, and we all started, playing games together and whatnot.
You added me. That's why I was waiting for you to tell your part of the story. Because if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be in this.
Right. That's what I said. That's what I mean. I added people that I thought, were really cool and would enjoy being in this group and playing games together.
Interrupt you for 1 second.
No, always.
Would you be willing?
Unlike you, I'm willing to be interrupted.
Asshole. Since we already have your stream open, do you want to open up just like episode 1 of the Sasscast, and we'll just have that running in the background?
Sure.
And
Screw Kyle.
We can, have it muted or whatever, but it'd just be kind of cool to see
how far we've come.
Have a super old version of it to compare to the new. Good shit.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Oh my god.
Are you sure you want this running in the background?
I didn't even have any backgrounds made. This is so fun fact for everybody out there. This isn't the first episode of the Sasscast.
Oh yes, that's true. The first episode had never been.
I did an episode with Kumail, and it was a really good episode. But the recording, because like I would tab to a different window or something, would freeze because it would start. It would think it's supposed to record wherever I clicked, but it was still only trained on my monitor, so it would just freeze, and it would be a frozen Discord image until I clicked back, and then I'd get motion for a few seconds, and then I went back to something else, it would freeze again. So it's terrible in video form, so it never got released. I think I still have it. So one of my plans is to one of these days just make it an audio podcast and just put like a generic image or something up for YouTube and put it out there. But yeah, there was a test episode beforehand where I talked about Dragon's Dogma a lot, and it was very good. So maybe one day.
Dragon's Dogma, great game.
Fantastic game, the best.
Dragon's Dogma 2 coming in the next 2 years.
God, I hope so. I hope so.
I don't know if it'll be released in the next 2 years, but I guarantee we will hear Dragon's Dogma 2 as an announcement for Capcom in the next 2 years.
Game's like 10 years old now, or almost 10 years old.
July 3rd, 2023. Call me on it.
Get Bluepoint to do it. Like the new.
Oh, dude, just Bluepoint to remaster the first one. I would be.
Rumor on the street is that Capcom and the director of Dragon's Dogma are working on Dragon's Dogma 2. And it's the project that he wanted to do after Devil May Cry 5. So rumor on the street is that is what they are currently working on.
Because that was supposed to be the choice. They said, which one do you want to do first? And he said, I want to do Devil May Cry. And when I heard that, I was like, why? I have nothing against Devil May Cry, but you're making a 5th game. 5th. This is the 5th canonical entry in the game franchise, okay? I got one game. I got one. You know what? They didn't even have the balls to port over Dragon's Dogma Online to the West. And then they killed it.
But
I never
rumor
got to play
is
it.
it's Dragon's Dogma 2. So,
and if it is, I'll be very happy. Shout out to Capcom. They make some good games.
Dude, Capcom and Konami are my childhood.
And one of them still cares.
Remember the old Disney games they used to make for Super Nintendo?
Heck yeah.
I think Capcom handled all of the Disney franchise.
Almost, yeah.
Licensed games,
a bunch of them for sure.
Yeah.
I still own Magic Castle and Rescue Rangers.
Nice.
I don't own the original DuckTales though, which is kind of sad. But yeah, they definitely rule my child. Speaking of Capcom and Konami and stuff, I love that during the blue box conspiracy, the height of the blue box conspiracy, the Konami Twitter was like coming soon, and it was the cult symbol for Silent Hill and Pyramid Head like in the center of that with Silent Hill, and each 2 letters of Silent Hill, 2 to 3 letters from Silent Hill were from the 4 original games. So you had Silent Hill 1's font for SI, Silent Hill 2's font for I think it was LEN or LE, and then the 3rd game for NT, and then etc. And everyone was like, oh my God, Blue Box is working on a remastered collection of all the original games. Because, there were so many theories spinning off from that at that point. And then they end up releasing a t-shirt and some skateboards with Silent Hill themes. It was so great.
Yeah. Good job, Capcom.
As much as I
Capcom,
feel
Jesus.
strange, about the whole Blue Box thing and whatnot, and as like, is it a Kojima conspiracy? Is it a Sony conspiracy? Are they a real indie studio? All that stuff was really fun until it wasn't.
Yeah.
Like, people just started to get so like just poisonous and toxic around the whole thing. Like, even if it's not, a Kojima Sony conspiracy, can't we at least acknowledge the fun we had trying to figure it out?
Yeah.
As a community.
Absolutely.
Not to mention, shout out to Blue Box for getting over 30-something thousand followers during that whole thing.
Yeah.
Like, they went from a no-name, nobody knows you company to just being massive as far as their followers.
Agreed.
So,
agreed.
Anyway, that's all I'm going to say on Blue Box for today.
Back to your story, Phil.
Little known fact about Blue Box.
Is this as a Silent Hill fan when you've been hurt so many times? It's just like you're kind of like, I don't want to get my hopes up.
Oh, 100%,
You think
dude.
that's bad?
100%.
Imagine being me, being fans of so many things where that's happened. I'm still like,
Oh, shout out to the Saboteur.
Dude, Saboteur,
I meant to say that earlier.
Mercenaries 3. You can find the gameplay footage of Mercenaries 3 online, and oh my God. I remember seeing that back in the day, being so hyped. It's gone. It's gone forever.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, you want more Elder Scrolls games? Cool. It's probably going to be, by the time I get Elder Scrolls 6, it's going to be probably 15 years since Skyrim came out. Dragon's Dogma 2 might still happen. Two Worlds 3, who knows? It's supposed to come out last year. They've been silent for about 3 years.
Silent. Silent.
Yeah, silent.
Don't even.
No, it's Two Worlds 3.
We'll never get the completion of Metal Gear Solid 5, which is sad. What other games are there? Oh, right. There's all the canceled DLC for Final Fantasy 15 that we never got. Mass Effect Andromeda was supposed to have story DLC that is gone, and we'll probably never see that crew again because they're going back to the original trilogy's characters. So I'll never get to see my Pathfinder, never get to see PB or Korra, Suvi, any of them ever again. So that's cool. That's cool. Thank you, toxic internet people, for shitting on that game so much they had to fucking cancel the DLC. That was awesome.
Oh my God. Speaking of toxic internet people, have you seen like the petitions for Kojima to like cancel the Xbox game?
Xbox game. Come back to PlayStation fans. Shut the fuck up. Just shut up. Let the man be. If he makes a game for Xbox, awesome. I'm there.
Dope.
I'll play it. I'm in.
Dope. I will play it on PC Game Pass. Let's go.
Dude. I do have to say, I am still sad that some of these games aren't coming to PlayStation anymore. And I was thinking about it. Elder Scrolls 6, it makes me sad for... There's one big reason that hit me as DualSense support. I'm not going to be able to feel the game. Because honestly, Xbox, I love my Series X. The controllers are fine. They're still running old generation controllers, though. Their revision was a slightly different finish on the controller and a share button. But... nothing else. You don't get no force feedback, no haptic feedback. It's just not as...
Series X launch controller haven't needed to change the batteries out once.
Dude, they last forever. Even my my Xbox One generation controller that I bought lasts forever.
Yeah.
Nice little sport grips on the back, rubberized. It's beautiful.
Yeah. So you're saying, Gage, you'd miss the DualSense functionality going back to the Xbox controller?
Yeah, that's like
yeah,
the
it's
biggest
hard
thing,
to
'cause
explain if you haven't played something like Astrobot.
even if you don't like the
where-
trigger feedback, just the haptic feedback in the controller itself is unmatched.
Yeah, like playing Returnal and just like having the rain beat off your controller. Having rain like hit your controller. That was a poor choice of words, guys. I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
It's a really cool effect and feeling, and yeah, everything in Astrobot
I
when you're
really
like
like
kicking
my
up
controllers when
sand.
they beat each other off. You know what I'm saying? Like if my controller could beat, oh, I'm in. Like that DualSense. Give me all those vibration motors in there and beat itself off real good. Moving on.
Isn't that what people were doing with their Xbox controllers for Res? Remember when Res was like you
Didn't
could
they
use like
actually,
4 different
wasn't there
Xbox
like an
controllers?
actual like? Didn't the first game or something actually come with a vibrator?
It came with a vibrator, yeah.
So-
it came with,
so
with
anyway,
a peripheral that was, and then like you
And then yeah, people.
I
yeah.
started playing games with everybody, and then Ben came in with the
Here it
idea
is. Back on
of,
track. Perfect timing, Phil. Thank you so much for that. Thank you. Good timing.
Came up with the idea of the Last Chance, and we all wanted to get in on it. We all wanted to do something for it. People were recording videos. I'm like, oh, I don't know what I could do. Like, and I'm sure I could have recorded like a video for it. But we started joking about like, what if a snake phone call came in, and as Al has said many times, like it ended up being a blessing because it had a fun closeout to the show and a way to end the trailer to make it kind of its own complete thing. That's kind of random, but totally fun. So it was a really fun way to do it. And it's kind of become a staple in a lot of our stuff to have like a random snake outro. And I'm sure we'll do more of them in the future when we get around doing some of the other stuff that's really cool and fun. But I think that's pretty much the base for my story. Everything else from there is, like them stopping KFAF and us taking over and doing a kind of funny Photoshop, not KFAF Photoshop challenge until they decided to bring it back just recently. And that was kind of like my passion project, aside from Out of Our League, which, obviously was brought to the forefront by Gage and his determination to get, guests on and figure out a great name for the show. Because Out of Our League is fantastic. What a great name.
Thank you to Josh for reminding me of it. So good.
Yeah, from the original names for the channel, which, to be fair, probably way better than Simply Sassy. But don't know if it actually would work as like a general channel name, but it's a great show name for sure.
Yeah.
But we wouldn't have awesome things like Game Sass and Sasscast without the dumb name that we have.
I like how that wasn't even a vote. The first episode of Sasscast, I'm just like, by the way, this is called Sasscast, and nobody can change it. And everybody was like, we don't give a fuck, so okay.
Yeah.
Just like Milk Mommy, we really milked the sass out of like every title we could. There was a much better way of saying that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'll hang up. I'm leaving the call.
But I mean, since we started doing Out of Our League, like it has literally become something that I don't want to see go away. Something I want to try and get guests on as much as we can, because even though we're such a small YouTube channel, I'm not afraid to reach out to just about anybody to try and see if they'll come on the show. And I'm not discouraged if we don't hear back or if they say no or whatever else. What's that?
I was going to say, and just the fact that people have said yes. Like,
right.
Granted, we do have the crutch that is kind of funny, everything kind of setting that up. Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, Kind of Funny definitely opened a lot of doors for us. The fact that both Tim and Nick were some of the people that we could reference as literally references for the show, and be able to show people what we were doing and the idea that we had. Like, oh, hey, I know those guys. Oh, we're Kind of Funny best friends. So it kind of opened up a lot of doors for us in our ability to get people on the show. So yeah, definitely. And now that we have a larger repertoire, it's easy to show, someone, oh, hey, we had an interview with Xavier Woods and, Tommy Earl Jenkins. And they're like, Oh, okay. So you guys actually review, or not review, but interview like legit people, and it's like, yeah, kind of weird, but yeah, we do.
Yeah.
So that's definitely become like a passion project of mine. We definitely need to do some sort of like at least monthly podcast, like the Sasscast, where we all kind of get together and chat like this. It's definitely something we need to have a consistent thing on for sure.
Yeah. That is something I do want to bring back the Sasscast as much as I can and have it try to be weekly again, especially with not KFAF ending in what, a week now? It's next weekend, the 10th.
Next Saturday is the last episode,
which is crazy. But yeah, it gives us a good opportunity to bring back the Sasscast now that we'll have that extra bandwidth freed up for making content. We'll be able to bring more people in and say, hey, we're still gonna do something weekly. We're still gonna be hanging out. Hopefully weekly.
Might be a little more casual and whatnot.
A little bit more streamlined, but it's not just us having. I love Photoshop challenges, but it's a very structured show because you have to. Here's the list of the 20 Photoshops we have, and we kind of have to go through each one. And it's a lot of fun, but you can't really go on the tangents that we've gone on where we're talking about beating off controllers and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Which graphics are better, N64 or PlayStation?
Yeah.
Yeah, and
that was an actual conversation we had today, like right in the middle of the show. Jesus.
This is what
Who is
happens
that
when you
for?
leave me.
Really? Like, who is that for?
That's what happens when you leave me in control of showing video.
Watch the analytics. That's gonna be where the drop off happens. We're gonna have good views. And it's like everybody leaves at this point in the show, and it's right when I start going into here's my opinion on PS1 graphics being better than it is 64 graphics. I'm gonna talk about this for fucking 10 minutes, and then Phil's gonna show a video 10 minutes later.
Oh, I forgot to reference who we stole that video from. I should have. Anyway, so yeah, and it's so cool to be a part of this thing and to see where we're going to go from here and how we're going to keep things running and the cool ideas that we have in the future that we can't talk about yet and some of the cool guests that we have lined up. And
I wish we had some. That's the thing, we can't talk about them because they don't exist.
Hey, that's not true. That's not true at all. We've got some really cool guests.
I meant the cool ideas. We got some good guest ideas.
Oh, sure.
We've never had a good idea.
You're not wrong.
That's true.
You know who the hardest person has been to get on this show? I mean, other than
Robin.
like the people that I thought, oh my God, you're not wrong. But like other than the people that are like dream status, you know, like the fact that Naomi Kyle actually messaged us back and was like, yeah, I'd love to be on the show. Obviously she's super busy and we're going to get her on here pretty soon, but
can't wait for that.
Like is Paris.
Yeah.
Paris Lilly, I want to get him on this show so bad. And for some reason, he has been one of the hardest people to try and get a hold of and see if he wants to be on the show. So if you're watching this, Paris, or if someone clips this out and sends it to you,
if you're watching this,
please,
Paris, why?
We
Why
want
are
you on
why
our
are you
show.
watching? Why are you watching this show?
Well, that's
Paris
true.
isn't watching this.
we're not
There's
Lizzie.
no way, Paris.
No, we know.
It'd be fun to have him on. My dream guest would be like either Pete Hines or Todd Howard. I would fucking die.
Has Todd Howard ever done an interview besides with no clip or like really old interviews that
Usually
weren't
it's
like
just-
to promote a video game?
He was on the Jeff Keighley stream last year. He was one of his special guests. So he's done a few things here and there, but he's he's probably extremely busy. I mean, the dude has to run a studio, and he's in charge of like 4 franchises now. Technically,
Yeah, I was about to say, and not just a studio.
He's got the Indiana Jones game that he's directing, and then he's got Elder
True,
Scrolls
yeah,
Fallout
Machine
and
Head
Starfield,
and-
which
yeah.
all have their own. Yeah. So
yeah.
He also has Microsoft PR behind him, so I don't know if that's something they'd want him doing.
Maybe, I don't know. That's one of the cool things I love about Out of Our League though, is being able to get these people on, and it's not industry. Like, we're not an industry interview show. Like, I don't want Todd Howard or Pete Hines coming on here and having the whole thing be, so tell me about the new project. Tell me about this. It just, the cool thing about the show is just, obviously, the Tim interview was the first one, so that was a very more professional thing. But since then, it's just, what's up? How you doing? What's your favorite game right now? Like, how'd you get started in the industry? Like, let's go on a tangent and talk about shit. I don't know. Talk about Pete Hines and his family fostering dogs, stuff like that. Like, that's the cool thing about it is Rahul Kohli. We had a whole thing about pineapple on pizza just for 5 minutes. That we talked about Star Wars, things like that. It's, I don't know. I think it's something that's somewhat unique that we do, where it's not just here's another interview show with this person where it's every single question is asking about their career. What are you working on now? What was it like working with this person? There's some of that in there, but a lot of it is just hanging out and getting to know people.
Yeah, I mean, there's
definitely
like,
what's up? What is it like, Al? Tell
it's
me.
kind of like a virtual meet and greet. It's the kind of conversations that would come up at a meet and greet, like with said person.
Yeah.
Like, it's just casual talk and maybe a little bit of like getting to know them better. And it's just that kind of thing. And I love it.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
absolutely. That's definitely kind of the vibe I was going for after that first episode. I was like, okay, this isn't working in a group setting, so what if it's just a hangout? So yeah.
Sorry, Phil, you were saying?
I was just gonna say, like, yeah, we definitely have some questions in there that are like, you know, what kind of advice would you give to someone trying to get into the industry? Like, what do you do to, like, work on burnout? Like, and what do you do from keeping from burning out on whatever you're doing, or stuff like that? But yeah, it's definitely not like, oh, hey, how's Midnight Mass going? What's going on? Can you tell us anything about Midnight Mass? What's your character like? Who's he play? We
love joking about that sort of stuff. Like, I popped in like 2 or 3 times about Death Stranding 2 with Tommy, but I was just like, obviously I'm not serious. I don't want you to try to, even if that game was a reality. Speaking of which, something I've reflected on since then that I feel kind of bad about was the Blessing episode, because we joked so much about him reviewing Cyberpunk because we knew Kind of Funny hadn't gotten codes yet, or so we thought, that we kept going. Since he was late, we're like, so we know your trophies are hidden and you were late, so like, how's Cyberpunk? And we kept leaning into it. Come to find out a week later, he was actually reviewing Cyberpunk. And
now,
it's like,
to be fair though,
I'm so sorry.
To be fair, that was something that was fine. He was totally okay with
100%, 100%.
And he handled it. He handled it like a true professional.
That's just the part that I kind of feel bad about. Is like, imagine being in that position where they're joking, but you also know that you're going to say no. You have to deny you're playing this game. But if you say it the wrong way, somebody out there is going to be like, did you hear the way he said no? I think he's actually got, like, And yeah, I was like, oh, I kind of feel bad now. But
I actually messaged him.
I feel more bad about that than I do for fucking cornering him with Greg. Like, that was...
Oh, sure.
Oh, God, that
was
good.
Gold. I don't know what you're talking about. That was
amazing.
Because we didn't tell Blessing about that at all. Nope. I don't even think we told everybody on the show about it. I think it might have just been you and I. Yeah, I messaged him on June 6th and wanted to say, hey, I was just going back through our shows and who had been on them, and I just I had a DM open with him, so I really wanted to just shout him out and be like, hey, we are still getting great feedback about your episode, and thank you for coming on. And he said thanks for having me, so he's definitely not mad.
His episode was great. I like Blessing a lot.
Yeah, me too.
Al, I want to hear your story with the group.
Let's see. So I think it started off with me contacting Phil for a commission, maybe. Yeah.
It definitely started like obviously I knew who Al the Predator tribesman was. So as soon as I saw that DM, I was like, just like Gage was saying earlier, it was like the cool kids of the kind of funny verse.
It's the other way around, Phil. You're crazy. You're nuts.
You're crazy.
No, you're crazy.
Somehow.
Sorry,
No,
I didn't
you're
keep on.
crazy. Oh my god, you're so crazy. But yeah, so it was definitely you messaged me about a commission that ended up becoming so wild and so crazy we never could have anticipated it.
Right.
I'll let you tell it.
So I wanted Phil to draw the KF crew along with me as the Predator, because why not? And then that ended up being a reason for us to talk more often, and then we got closer, and then somehow Phil decided to add me to the group full of like the Matt Fergusons, the Phil Woodwards, who else is in there? Robin wasn't in at that point. I think Robin was added after me, maybe. But I think Matt Ferguson, Ben at Please Be Excited was in that group, and to me those were the cool kids. Like, I don't know what you're talking about, because it was amazing. I was in awe of the people I had joined in that group, and it was amazing. And then that turned into Simply Sassy.
Yeah, it was really cool. Just crazy, absolutely nuts.
Just a phenomenal part of my life. Something I'm very happy to have been a part of, to be honest.
Yeah, me too. Me 700, you know?
Okay.
What in the world is happening to Twitter? I'm trying to find something on Twitter right now. That's why I'm looking off screen.
Did the Sasscast episode end, or did you stop it?
Oh, I have no idea.
If
It
it ended, my God.
still be going. No, it's still going.
Okay, God, I was gonna say there's no way we've been
It's
going
only
long enough for that.
it's only 25 minutes in. You're fine.
Jesus.
It's got time. It's got time.
What was I gonna go to next? I don't even know. Cause yeah, that's kind of how we all came together and made the last chance.
Yeah.
It was what? So July 3rd is when the Sasscast came out. So almost a month from when the last chance came out. So we had no content on the channel for almost a month. And then that happened.
But the thing is, I don't think the thinking or the expectation for us was to have content on the channel on a weekly basis. That was all you. So I think, yeah,
there was.
It wasn't as strange as it is now to say that we went a whole month without content.
Yeah, there was never a plan for any of this. It was literally just, we made this awesome thing, and we've got ideas for other stuff that we might do of a similar
ilk.
Yeah, in the future. And it was just, just playing games with everybody and getting to know you guys. I was like, I want to, let's have a podcast. It gives us a reason to hang out. To be fair, I have a lot of my own personal selfish reasons for wanting to do this stuff. You know, trying to hopefully get a job in the industry to some extent, be it hosting something, editing something, producing something, whatever. It was very much a driving factor for wanting to do this as well, knowing, hey, I can, if we start a podcast, it gives me a reason to learn how to produce a show and eventually design one and edit and stuff like that. So there was a bit more motivation for me, I think, to push that. And having a group of people to do that definitely helped make it happen. Because, like, if I go back on my old YouTube channel, I've been making content on YouTube since like 2012, 2013, something like that.
Is that youtube.com/gf2cool?
No, shut up. Yes, it is. I started doing stuff back then. I was just sit in my room with my parents' laptop, shitty webcam built into it. I mean, it was good for the time. And I would just put on my headset and what I want to talk about today. And I would talk for 5 minutes or whatever about something. And even had like a Payday 2 video where I was talking about the shit show that was the console version of that game. The whole, yeah, wow. There's a lot of history there. And I got like, I think that's my most viewed actual video at like 1,500 views or something.
Oh, wow.
But then
Nice.
I made this is also the height of Vine. So E3 that in 2015, Todd Howard went, all thug life and was like, talking about the Pit Boy. And he's like, as far as stupid gimmicks go, it's the best fucking one I've ever seen. And I clipped that out and I took that and then I did a Thug Life edit of it. So he says that and it pops up with Thug Life and he's got a hat on and I think like a joint in his mouth or some shit. And I got like fucking 2,000 views on that video. I felt proud of myself. And then I tried like other stuff like game reviews and stuff. So I've been trying to do content creation for a long time, but it just never gained traction. Because I, for the most part, do it by myself. I could sometimes convince Largent to do it, but he was burned out from all the shit about when we were kids. Like, dude, we had a Sony camera, little cassette tapes. You pop them in, boom, you got a video camera. That was my shit growing up. Whenever somebody came over to the house, it's like we're making a movie. That's what we're making a movie. You're like my cousins and I made like a Terminator movie where it's like, you're the bad Terminator. Okay, you're going to walk out of the room like a robot. Okay, boom, we got that. Cool. Now you're going to be the good guy Terminator. Or let's do a boxing movie or whatever. That's all I ever did. And people fucking hated it. Like, Largent, come over. We'll play video games or whatever. He'd come over and it's like, got the camera. We're making a movie. So probably burned him out on that. But he helped with a couple of the videos and it was awesome. But, then he would go home. Didn't have access to Discord and shit back then, so I got an idea for a video. Can't really make it, but then eventually meeting everybody here, I was able to kind of do that. Where it's like, there's people here that I can just talk to. You're 1,000 miles away, but we can still jump on Discord and we can make shit. So it felt kind of almost like the goal I had been going towards for a long time, finally being able to do that with people that I liked and got to hang out with. Nice. So yeah, there's definitely a lot of history there with content creation and wanting to do it, and it's something that I wouldn't have been able to do if it weren't for you guys. I
feel very similar.
None of this would have been possible without any of you guys. Everything from making the content to the people that we've met. If I would have just, hey, Tim Gettys, I'm going to start a podcast. I have no content backing it. I just want to start a podcast. Be on it. And be like, well, good luck, but nobody knows who I am. But the fact that we had content they'd seen and I was able to say, hey, I'm in the group with Al Tribesman and Matt Ferguson and people that it was kind of an easy get. So even though it was my idea to do the show, I wouldn't have been able to do it if it weren't for, your guys' involvement in the community and stuff like that. So I owe you guys all this cool shit that I've been able to do. Every single one of you. So thank you.
You want to know how special Out of Our League is to me? Here is one of the first things that I ever made as a content creator for a YouTube channel I was doing with some friends here locally, but I was doing like 90% of it, so I just kind of like got burnt out. But I don't know if you've seen this game floating around E3 or like the demo floating around Steam, but I actually got to interview
artist, programmer, and general mad scientist behind an extremely intriguing indie title called
silliness.
Death Trash. Thank you for joining us today. Guten Abend. How are you?
Oh, I'm well.
Doing well. It's about 6 o'clock over there, right?
Yeah, early evening.
Yes. So it's about 10 o'clock here. Where?
Anyway, short. That's embarrassing. I don't want to go too deep into that. But
you sound very different, Phil.
I was sick.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah,
That was back in 2017. So yeah.
Yeah.
4 years
I was
ago now.
sick, and I didn't want to not do the interview, so I just went ahead and barreled through it.
Trooper, you are, yeah.
Look at that though, almost 1,000 views, you guys. More than most of the stuff we do for Simply Sassy.
It's good. Why am I not?
Wasn't that at one point going to be our channel? Wasn't that at one point going to be?
Yeah, I was thinking about
that.
it. I was thinking about letting us take that over if we wanted to, because I thought, why waste it? Why waste the whole skip name and everything?
Dude, if you want to go to my YouTube channel and just look at the random shit that's on there, there's some videos that Large and I made, and you'll be able to kind of see the fucking cringe that was my content, and just like the wide variety of stuff I tried to do just to make content. A lot of them are now private videos or unlisted because they're really, really bad. But there's still a lot of shit on here that's pretty fucking terrible.
Look at that.
Oh my god.
There's Phil.
Being myself. Looking at people's junks. What else do I do?
Wow.
But yeah, so that's.
I know I should have been watching like you, but I was looking at that TV and just the fat border around the screen.
Oh my god, the bezel, I know. But yeah, so like during this, like I had this idea of doing the podcast or whatever, and whatever we were talking about, I'd just like pop up as like a little graphic in the center. Or whatever.
I don't want you to go to my YouTube channel anymore. I'm looking at my old videos. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, we're doing it. We're doing it right now.
I didn't even have thumbnails for most of them. It was just a screenshot of just whatever YouTube picked. The thumbnails I do have are fucking terrible.
Why didn't that work?
But dude, so my first video was posted May 8th.
Badass avatar.
Oh my god, right?
Thank you.
So artsy.
All that shit was myself. Like the fucking, even the banner. It's this is iPhone 5. Okay, iPhone.
Okay, so.
Am I getting an echo?
Bethesda announced that.
Same attitude hasn't changed one bit.
I was a lot. I was definitely a lot more like angry back then. So.
And because of that, they're giving.
Wait, that's changed.
Discounts.
Exactly.
Fair.
PC players.
So I was very pissed off because I'm like, okay, PC players get ESO and they get beta and all this shit, but the console version is like not coming out.
Agree
like,
with that.
yeah.
I mean, if you're gonna go for
what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, like the banner and stuff.
To
get
the
like
console
me
version
with the fireball. That is a
discount. Like,
photo I took in front of my window.
If you already own the game,
and this is on an iPhone 5S with. So go all the way up to the top. It's click on it, the purple one. See if it's a bigger banner. I don't know if that works on YouTube.
It won't let me hear. Okay. We'd have to go to like a 4K
it's like my
TV
full
version
torso, and that's in front of the window. I didn't have proper tech back then, so that's me hand cutting out everything to put me on a black background. And then getting a really bad fire image, having to cut everything out there, put the fire on my hand, and then color it. Like that was like all on a phone.
It's fucking impressive, Gage.
Why aren't you in the Photoshop challenges?
I don't know. I used to do Photoshops a lot. I found one recently I did back in 2015. My cousin and I were like, Photoshop challenge.
Oh, this is great. I love this video. I've seen this.
I could DM it, but I'll just show it here.
Multiple times.
It's, hold on.
Okay.
It's, my camera's auto blurring. It's The Last Supper, but I replaced everyone's faces with Todd Howard.
That's awesome.
I used to love Photoshop, dude. I used to edit photos all the time. That was good. It's kind of good, too, but then I stopped because I got bored. This was fun to make.
Oh, it's much better audio quality than the one we listened to earlier.
Yeah. August 8th, yeah, this is the last video I posted on my channel, which sounds like fuck it. But yeah, that first video was back on May 8th, 2014. So yeah, a little over 7 years ago now is when I started making YouTube stuff. There's old videos I don't have anymore, like old machinima style gameplay videos made in like Gary's mod and shit like that back in the day that I don't have. I probably have somewhere. It's one of the skits I did. Dude.
Yeah, this is a classic.
This one was so good.
Isn't Large in this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He makes a repeat appearance later on in a totally different type of game review. As American Ted, I think we named him. Just because he's got a American flag TikTok.
That's right. This is how to get fit playing video games.
This was so much fun to make.
Just sitting on your butt playing Donkey Kong?
Now, was this a filter or was this the camcorder itself?
You gotta do what you do in the game.
It was there was an app you can download that gives you that old school style VHS filter and date and everything. So that was all done on my iPhone as well.
American Ted!
Yes.
Large is so great.
Oh my god, dude.
For the demonstration.
Yeah, this was what, 2017, I think? Yeah, this was a fucking blast. And it's just, you want to get fit playing video games? When you play the game, you just do the shit in real life. That was the whole idea. This wasn't plugged in, so when I do the punches and stuff, the fucking slow-mo, the cable would fly across the room and just start hitting shit. The actual connector for the NES would just start smacking shit because of the leverage. It was so good. It was so exhausting. I know it's like part of the
you
skit.
already look exhausting.
It's part of the skit, but I was genuinely getting tired.
Yeah.
Now, if you follow all those steps,
You're out of breath.
you'll be fit in no time.
How about somehow my hair is now better than it was beforehand,
Doctor,
and it's post-exercise.
MLG PhD, and I'll see you next time.
The end there. It's so
It's
good.
perfect cut. Oh my god. I thought back then, I'm like, man, I'm gonna put out these videos and I'm gonna get, if I can get 100 views, I'll be happy. And I got like fucking 10 and they were all me.
Sure.
Oh my god. But like, yeah, back when I was doing like the weekly game reviews and stuff, it's like, oh, the Payday videos got over 3,000 views, and then they range a couple hundred, maybe a dozen. And then I just stopped making videos.
As far as stupid gimmicks goes, Irish is the best fucking one I have ever seen. It was awesome.
That was it. Second most viewed video on my channel. That was it, dude.
Pretty good. 1.9K.
Yeah, dude.
More than almost every single Simply Sassy video.
Which is crazy. Oh my god. There's like a bunch of gameplay videos. We made a bunch of videos in Grand Theft Auto when they released the editor and the director mode. We made like full-on movies. Oh yeah, I made music videos. Music videos for my first album. This one was this was my least favorite song on that album.
Still dope?
I think I changed it. I think it's different instruments in the actual album release of it. But this was like, again, back then, iPhone 5S. All this shit was made on my iPhone 5S. It was crazy.
You're like 2017's Ben.
Yeah, pretty much. But it's like, dude, there's so much variety. There's a couple movies on here in Grand Theft Auto that we made that are like 15 minutes long or some shit that are actually really good. But because of the music in there, it's all copyright claimed. One of them is called,
there's the drop.
Yeah, one of them is called The Winter Man. If you can go back to the channel and find that, there's I think 2. So go down.
What is it?
The Winter Man. It's the one that's
Winter Man.
1639. We can't play much of it because it does have copyright music. But this is one of the things that me and Largent did in Grand Theft Auto 5, where everything is a reference. So XOF, Metal Gear Solid 5 reference. So turn it up a little bit so we can hear a bit of the music so you get the vibe. It's no easy way out.
I already love this.
I didn't want to play too much of it because
For a long time, it was blocked in like every country, and they finally released the block on it, which is weird because this is a selection of music in Grand Theft Auto 5 that's picked for the director mode and the editor mode, and it doesn't have all the music. So they picked music specifically that was safe for this sort of stuff, yet it still got claimed.
Damn.
Yep. Sylvester Stallone. Bruce Lee, but it's spelled different.
L.I. I like the license plate. Could you get custom license plates?
Yeah, dude.
Or was that? That's so
Charles
funny.
Norris instead of Chuck Norris.
Steven Seagal. Ron Jambo.
This was so much fun. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna make Grand Theft Auto 5 movies because that'll get me views. And then I got blocked, so this video got 14 views. Again.
Yeah.
All me and Largent. Like that was it. Like we full on like did all the it's the whole song. That's probably why I got claimed. This whole intro is the entirety of No Easy Way Out with the Grand Theft Auto backing. God, I've always loved like cinematography so much, so this always scratched that itch where it's like I can have a camera, I can place camera angles, I can make cuts, do all that fun filmmaking shit I used to do as a kid.
Yeah, so was this like a mod or how were you doing this?
So Rockstar, dude, Simply Sassy anniversary episode. This is amazing. I love this. Thank you guys so much for watching this shit show. 3.5 hours in, you're all awesome. Just totally off topic completely. In like 2015, I think it was about a year. This is when the PC version came out roughly. So it was about a year after the console remaster back then for PS4 and Xbox One. They released the Rockstar Editor, which allowed you to record just while you're playing. You can hit record and it records everything. And you can go into their editor later. I'm echoing. I don't know why I'm echoing slightly. This is weird. But you can go in later and you can do everything. You can make the cuts. You can place the cameras, do whatever you want.
I see.
Which is super amazing. So we literally we were just playing. Like this is played normally. Like, hey, let's go to the rooftop, beat the shit out of each other. And then afterwards was able to go in and place all the cameras, make the cuts, adjust the filter and the lighting, and all that shit. That whole intro was a movie within the movie. Yeah. See? Now he's outside the movie theater.
That's awesome.
He picks his nose. Oh, that's great. And then it's like there's no plot to this one really. We made one later on that did have a plot called I forgot what it was called. It was like a slasher movie though, where it's like there's a slasher villain out there just killing people, and I gotta go. I'm a detective. I gotta find him. Very rudimentary, but there was a somewhat plot to it. Whereas this was very much, what can we do? Hey, go in here and you'll act like you're gonna rob the convenience store, and I'll kill you. Like, I don't know, action movies do, you know. But I just love like all the little camera work, just hiding cameras and shit.
It's really cool. I think what makes it really stand out, so in a regular movie, I don't really like when the camera moves, or unless it's like a pan or a zoom or something like that. But like that kind of wobbly camera is not my favorite thing in the world. This is steady enough to where it wouldn't bother me either way. But it's interesting seeing it in a video game setting because it does add like a sense there's really a camera there.
Yeah.
You know?
Mind you, this is after Metal Gear Solid 5, but before God of War. So I like to think that I inspired Cory Barlog with the handheld camera style. Obviously, there's cuts, but it's got that handheld feel in a lot of scenes.
Oh my God, could you imagine remaking the one cut, like a sequence all in just one camera that follows the main character?
So there's like I said, I loved like the whole filmmaking. Like I've always loved filmmaking. Like that's why when I was a kid, I'd always want to make movies. I would open up Windows Movie Maker and I would cut shit together. Either I don't care if it was stop motion animation with my G.I. Joes or actual. We've got shitty guns like pop guns or whatever. We're gonna go outside. We're making a war movie sort of thing. I always loved that. So this was like, you gave me the option to do it on a bigger scale without doing anything. Like I don't have to go into town and find cool block
Yeah,
or something where it's
can't-
like I can block this shot here, how the background. This is literally I can sit on my ass and do it. And there's a couple shots in here that suck, like that very basic pan shot. There's a scene later on that it's the most Zack Snyder like stroke my ego camera shot, you know, cinema porn.
I can't believe I
ever.
never knew about this. I totally would have got into this back when this dropped.
Yeah, it's like so later on my character and Largen's character, we go to Grove Street, okay? Classic Grove Street from San Andreas and obviously GTA 5. And we just I kill a cop, but by the way, my guy's a good guy, so technically that cop wasn't an actual cop. That's our justification for the story. It's no point. It's just, what can we do? Okay, we got a cop out from a glitch, so we'll do that. There's a shot where we're just like, hey, we're gonna go to, there's gangsters or whatever, we gotta kill the gangs. And so we're there, and it's just a bunch of slow motion shots of us with MGs and the music playing. I forget the name of the song. Oh god. Obviously we can get a taste of it when we get there. But it's so good. It's like one of my most proud camera work things. There's, like I said, there's no point. Oh yeah, there was a face glitch back then, which for whatever reason it made your jowls puff out like this all the time. So randomly, you look at my character and he's like, just his jowls are sticking out, and it's like, what the fuck is happening? It's so bizarre. So, yes, I stole a cop car from a bad cop or something, and so I was driving and then I hid, and then a criminal came and he jacked the car from me, and now I'm tracking him down by all these little things, like, oh, he broke through that, so I'm gonna find him, and oh shit, look at that, 20 feet away he crashed the car, cool. And so it's just, again, no fucking structure to this thing at all, and it's just us goofing off.
It's pretty great.
That one's kind of a good shot. I like that one. Hit the window.
Amazing.
Yeah, this is great. I love this. I've always loved like the machinima style stuff.
Dating back to shout out to Bob and Steve, the Splinter Cell machinima.
Oh heck
on
yes!
X-Play, where it was Splinter Cell Chaos Theory, and it was just the most. I haven't watched it in years, and I'm afraid to.
Yeah, it may not hold up.
I remember it being the funniest shit I'd ever seen.
Heck yeah! It helps that I had a huge love for Splinter Cell.
Yeah, me too. It was
kind of like the people that love Halo and like loved Rooster Teeth, Red versus Blue, which I always thought was funny, but I never thought was like the best thing ever.
I think I watched most of season 1. That's weird. I love Halo. I love everybody, like all those people at Rooster Teeth. You know, Bernie, Gus, Jeff, all those people. Lindsay, Michael, you know, Gavin, everybody who's there who's ever had a hand in Red versus Blue. I watched like 1 season of it, maybe 2. And then I stopped because, it's fine.
Dude, I forget how technically amazing this game is until I see stuff like him pulling out the cell phone and the light bouncing off of him.
Dude. Which that had to be done in the director mode. Because in online, when you pull out your phone, there's no animation for it. It just pops up on the screen. Unlike single player and director mode. So in director mode, you just pick your online character, record the scene of him pulling out the phone.
Gotcha. Interesting.
And now you've got that shot for your movie. So it's like I had to jump back and forth between the actual GTA Online game space where we were playing together, and then doing it solo in director mode just to get a few shots of like the phone animation and stuff like that.
I don't even want to know how long all this took to put together.
This, a few hours in total, probably over the course of a day, maybe 2 days.
That's not bad at all.
No, surprisingly not.
16 minutes of footage.
I'm so excited for the new generation version of this game, just to see how good it looks.
In 2027?
Like, so this year, dude, November 10th, I think they said. To be able to do something like this again, but with
you mean
like
Grand Theft Auto
GTA 5? Yeah, like not the next game, the new remaster of this game. I'm so excited to see if maybe Largent said he's excited to get back into the game. He misses it too. So maybe we'll make some more cool shit like this. Maybe we'll redo this whole thing in the new engine. I don't know.
Yes,
That'd
please do that.
Amazing. So here we're at the gas station. We're getting drinks, filling up on gas. Time jump, which was a bad edit. This is where we go to Grove Street. So we're gonna go there now, and we're gonna get the dopest, like, Zack Snyder slow-mo with a licensed track scene you've ever fucking seen, dude. I swear to God. And this is before I really cared about Zack Snyder. So this was just me going, this looks cool. I'm a fucking god. I'm gonna do this, and people are gonna see it and fucking love it. Oh, here's a song choice. People are gonna love this shit. And now years later, I'm like, damn, it still kind of holds up.
This is a Tarantino hangout movie.
So that shit right there, the guns just pop out. In the later movie, after they added like car controls and stuff, instead of me just pulling a gun out of my jacket, I had my guy walk behind the car, open the trunk, and then I was able to place the camera so you can't see it. So I made it look like my guy got the gun out of the trunk of the car.
Tarantino trunk shot?
Dude, yeah. It was a cool little camera trick of just like block my character, and now he has the gun, so it looks like he got it out of the trunk.
And as it grew, he'd say, I'm gonna be like
Wait for it, dude. Here it is. Here it is, dude. We're getting into the slow-mo. And it's the whole song again. It's the whole song and just this slow-mo feast.
That close up of the gun, was that director mode, or did that happen in game?
This is all GTA Online. This is native PS4 version Grand Theft Auto Online. Obviously, we're playing in a private server just so there's no interference. But yeah, this is just when you boot up the game. This is exactly what you can do.
You just have blood coming out everywhere.
Yeah, we just recorded all this, and I did all the editing and post. There's your Tarantino shot right there.
Nice.
He didn't fly far enough.
And I love how he apparently gets shot beforehand because he's already doing this bit before the bullet hits his head.
Maybe he just saw muzzle flash and got screwed.
This should have been like its own thing. This is a whole episode on it itself, but we're doing a fucking 4-hour-long Sasscast where we're just reviewing my old YouTube videos now.
I will say I gotta go soon, so this would be a great way to end it.
Yeah, here it is.
I'm barely here now.
This
like,
is my favorite part right here.
So
Wait for it. Wait for the shells. Wait for the shells.
Oh, nice.
Just that slow mo.
That's crazy that's happening in game. Like,
Dude.
that amount of detail.
I know.
I'm telling you, had I known this was in Grand Theft Auto, I would have just been making short videos for the past 5 years or 6 years.
Same here. Absolutely.
Yeah,
look at
there's
that.
A
That's
lot
crazy.
I love how
details.
there's no rhyme or reason to how those shells pop out, though.
Yeah.
Like, that's not your fault. That's the game's fault.
Yeah. It's still very impressive though that a game
Dude, I
that
remember
came out in
these
2013,
scopes
I guess 14.
looking
for
a
the
lot
remaster.
smoother.
They are in first person. That's the third person model, so it looks a little bit worse than when you're in first person, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. For that specific shot, I needed to do it in third person.
Got it. That makes more sense.
Remember, these characters are fucking cops. That's the plot.
Right.
They're cops, but for some reason, we're shooting at cops.
Hey, they're bad cops, you know?
And it ends, the cop that I stab to steal the cop car earlier is the same cop that comes back at the end and we're friends. There's no rhyme or reason to anything in this video. It's just the most obscure, just like, what can we do in this moment? It's almost like every single scene is its own little vignette. It's its own little story that ultimately has nothing to do with one another. You just see like recurring characters every once in a while. Or maybe it's the slasher movie where it's the cop again. Yeah, sorry. Different movies. This is their ending to this one. Turn the volume up for a second.
I love that you're referring to these as movies. But
the end credits, dude. I Want It That Way by the Backstreet Boys.
The winner, man.
And it's us. Yes. It's us being bros, dude.
Oh god.
This is how the fucking thing ends. And it's like a minute and a half long. end credits in slow-mo.
Wow.
Created in Grand Theft Auto Online. Oh yeah.
I thought this was
You've
the
never
coolest.
seen action like the action in Winter Man.
With the power,
The
of, the
power of the
PS4.
PS4.
I thought this was the best thing ever. I thought I was hot shit. It's so bad, but so good at the same time. Especially with just the music makes it so much better. Just the, hey, I'm gonna use a licensed song and I'm going to use the whole song. So I'm making this scene as slow-mo as possible to fit this whole song.
That's rad.
So if you want to quickly skim through the next video I made, just to kind of see the progression, I guess. So it's Slasher. It's that second one right there. Oh, Los Santos. That's a 3-minute long video. That one was pretty good too.
I'm not seeing Slasher. Why am I blind?
It's top second.
Oh, right here.
Yeah, there's that one. And Los Santos was pretty
Is
good
that a
as well.
Sans Music version of it for copyright reasons that has the same thumbnail and almost the same runtime as well?
You're
Yes
talking about
and no. I cut it down. So the Winterman does have a second version that I cut like a minute off because I did have to swap out a couple songs. Again, the songs I used in the new version were also already in Grand Theft Auto, which was weird. So it didn't get blocked in all the same countries, but it was still using that library. Dude, yeah. I got a lightsaber for Christmas one year or something. And so my dad got his lightsaber and we just dueled in the living room and my mom recorded it. It was great.
I love you, Gage. This is fucking amazing. I'm sorry, but I love this.
It was so much fun. There's also a sequel where we're outside and we do the same thing. And he's got the Stormtrooper robe that he owns. That's like his Jedi robes. Dude.
Nice.
It was fucking great.
Wow.
These were good
So
times
good.
back. Yeah, 2015. Shit, dude. So
So
click on
good.
Los Santos real quick. So go down one more row and then one on the
Or
left.
you were jaded.
Pretty much. This one's a bit shorter. This one we're just... So, more licensed music. This one's got some really good shots in it, though. If there's ever a time we're able to all be in the same place, you're goddamn right. I want to make a dope-ass mini documentary of us. Just so I can fucking get some close-ups. Some dope, depth of field, all that fun shit. It's gonna be great.
Hold on, I need to get out the car.
Yeah, we're gonna get out of the car. I'm gonna park it in 20 feet, but sure, get the fuck out of the car now, because you gotta walk. But you still gotta go to the car, because that's where the fucking guns are at. So I gotta like open the trunk. You gotta walk back.
Here we go.
Continuity, dude. This is it. This is continuity. When you write something, you plan stuff out. That's how you make it. But no, we're fucking stupid. So it's like, hey, see, we got the trunk open, and that's how we get our guns. There you go. There you go. Boom. Now we're not just pulling
So
them out of our jacket.
not quite the from the trunk.
Not quite.
Yeah.
Just it's got to be camera trickery because it still doesn't have that. Oh, but then I do that shit. So it's like,
just
okay.
turn the gun into a machete.
Yeah. And then he just unloads, and then I get the fucking machete
Oh,
kills,
that's a
dude.
great animation, though. Oh, what the heck? You see that?
You see that fall?
Your roof?
Yeah.
Nice.
That was great.
This is exactly what you just described, Gage. It's so good and it's so bad at the same time. And it's not. I'm not just talking about your work. I'm talking about the game as well. Like,
Right.
it's amazing, but it's also just as
There's
shitty.
a shot right here that I didn't plan, and that's like the best raise the gun animation for this shot that would have. Oh god! Every time I see that, I'm like, fuck, that was good. Just the perfect. I come into view as I raise my gun. It's so good.
As a general note, don't walk in front of the person firing a gun. It's never a good idea.
I
So
know, dude.
anyone watching this, I want to let them know that was not a good idea.
And oh god, I'm just
That
like
lens flare, awesome.
I'm in a fucking like dumpster. Like, what am I doing? And now we get back in the car, and we drive away. And that's
Al, are you
that's
going to
it.
be around for the watch party tonight?
I have no clue when that is.
It's, 11
is it tomorrow for me? It's probably tomorrow for me.
Yeah. It's 11 p.m. PT. So it'll be like, I don't know, what, 10-ish for you? 9-ish? I feel like. I don't remember. It's been a while since I've had to convert something to your time zone.
Right.
I'm 10
great,
hours ahead. So I think,
Right, yeah,
You
so
get some of the jank animation in there for sure, though. But then, yeah,
I'll try to
Slasher
make it,
was-
Phil.
Slasher was pretty
yeah,
good.
we're going to be watching Fear Street.
Ooh.
What is
R.L. Stein, right?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Nice.
For those of you still watching this, I'm sorry.
Yeah, we don't even know what's happening anymore.
I would love to find the people who end up watching up until this very point, like, because it's.
If you've watched up to this
4
point,
hours?
please leave a comment below.
I want to
Please
know
do.
if
Give us a keyword, give us a code word that we can tell them to put in the comments.
Cool
that-
flashlights.
flashlight. Okay. This is like, I'm not even concerned about people who stopped watching when we started doing this. I want to know how many people just watched the podcast part. Like how many
Right.
people watched 2.5 hours of a podcast, of our podcast, let alone watch all this amazing, just like this part right here was just literally, they added flashlights to the game. What can we do? Murder mystery. Let's do that. Let's spend fucking 4 hours of our night just like, well, what if we go to this place and we just walk around? So it's like, okay, we gotta have a body, so we have to kill someone, and then we call the cops, so the cops show up. So we dress like we're cops as well, and the cops show up. They don't know we killed this person. Then we're like, oh yeah, we're here investigating the body. And then what can we do next? Let's go to a log cabin, and you're gonna shoot at me. And then that's what this next scene is. It's literally just me looking around for the murderer. Why do I think the murderer's here? I don't know. I didn't get
I want
that
you
far.
to canvass the area.
Literally. I'm like, do this just so I can be like, okay, and then you're gonna die. So Largent gets shot here by me, but like not my character. So continuity, you know what I'm saying? Check there.
We're getting close. I want you to go around this side of the building. I'm going to go around this side. We're going to find this guy. We're going to find this sick fuck.
And then there I am as a different character
Wow.
sniping him.
He's here. Everybody get down. Frankie's dead.
By the way, I shot him in the head.
Yeah, I
the
saw
video
that.
ends with me picking him up from the hospital, and he's totally fine. So there's just no rhyme or reason for any of this. It was just, it's so much fun to do. Just,
I like how you're just doing the pop-ups with the flashlight on the gun.
yeah, just the worst blind fire ever. Shitty
I like
combat
the roll.
roll.
This is like Alan Wake now.
Dude, I know, right?
Very Alan Wake.
It's so much fun to do just to kind of fuck around. There's a couple other random videos I made like this that were just like, we'd be playing a mission or something, and I would just record the mission, and if cool shit happened, I would edit it. There was one where we did a heist. I think
Looks like the killer got away.
Exactly. Little title card, midday. I did it before Avengers, so I just want to put that out there. I did the boom before Avengers. But like we planned a heist. This is before heists actually came. It was like, we're gonna rob liquor stores. That's what we're gonna do. So we planned it out. We're like, it's honestly like one of the first videos I did, edited pretty well, where we steal a chopper, we fly it down across the street, we run and we rob the place. I did a shot where I put the camera up top, put a filter on it so it looks like security cam footage of us robbing the store, and then it's just a getaway. It was so fun to make, and it's just absolute garbage now, but it was a lot of fun. And then here's the next trunk shot.
Another trunk shot.
Yep. More of a cinematic pan. There it is. Oh yeah, gotta reload. Definitely a lot better than the first one.
It's like my favorite thing in movies is when they cock their gun, even though they've already cocked their gun.
Yeah.
Or they shouldn't even need to cock
My
their
favorite
gun.
thing is sound edits. Sound design for guns in movies is my favorite because every time they move a gun, you hear it. Somehow, every time they move their gun, you hear it. I love it, Phil, because none of that's coming through. It's just your mouth going.
Oh, that's great. Here, hold on.
kind of getting it, but yes, that's exactly what I'm referring to. It's just all those tiny little clicks and clacks that don't make any sense because nothing is happening on the gun, but for some reason, every time they raise the gun, you hear the click, click, and it's like they didn't. The safety's already off. They've already cocked it. What's going on? But you know, gotta have sound designs. Oh yeah, as a detective, I found the killer. I killed the killer, and I disposed of the body with a fucking grenade. Yep.
Perfect.
And then I just walk away, and I don't remember the rest of this. Maybe that wasn't the actual. Does the killer come back, or was that the end? Okay, that's close enough. That was definitely the end, and it's just me driving back, and I
just want to get to the part where you go visit your buddy and you pick him up from the hospital.
The cop who we saw got shot in the head and died, but canonically he's back.
He's back now.
He's like Han. He dies in Tokyo Drift. We see him die like 5 times, but then he's just back somehow. I haven't even
Don't sell yourself short, Gage. There's more plot in here than Willy's Wonderland, which is a movie we watched a couple weeks ago.
That was ridiculous. All right. On that note,
we're finally done, huh? We're finally done.
So
oh god, Sasscast was still running.
We almost finished the Sasscast.
Wow.
Real quick, I want to show. This is the kind of funny hunting grounds. This got so wild because you had me make the original image, and then kind of funny. Greg approached me and he was like, "Hey, can you make like a thumbnail for it?" So I made like a thumbnail version of it, and then they ended up making it a platinum reward at some point.
Right.
Yeah.
And remember, if you've gotten this far into the video, please type double flashlights, not fleshlights, into the comment section, and let us know that you got this far into this dumb video. Thank you, everybody, for watching.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We appreciate you.
Thank you for a year of.
Thank you for a year
of views and comments and shit like that. It's been a lot of fun. Thank you guys for being on the show, for being on many shows, and allowing me to do this this show and out of our league. I'm very happy I get to share these shows with you guys. Such awesome people that I got to meet through the community, through Kind of Funny and all them. Yeah, it's been
wonderful for sure.
It's been fantastic.
If you like what you're watching, you can always click that subscribe button, hit the thumbs up button. It really helps us out. Click that notification bell to let yourself know whenever a new video comes out, and continue being awesome.
All right. Bye.
This has been the Sasscast. Oh, what perfect timing. Gage just froze.
Gage just froze. It's awesome.
Perfect. All right. Bye.